Hey, welcome. All right, new year, same games. Another opportunity for you to earn money for free from the comfort of your own home. Welcome to the EU December monthly finals for Soulcalibur 6. I am Katana Prime, and I am joined by my buddy across the land, Ebonic Plague. What is going on, boss?
Hey, it's real good. We're here in a new year, just like you're talking about. But right today, we're going to be talking about a little bit of an earlier, month's finals. It's going to be December, a little bit earlier than January. But we got to crown who is the final champion of 2020, right? Because for those of you who've been here in the PS4 Open Series.
Doesn't count.
You don't think so?
We left that behind. Yeah, no. This carries over. They're gonna double. We're gonna double it up. So, go ahead.
Okay. I feel you. But yeah, Rufus has been incredibly strong throughout the entire time we've been doing it, right? But if you want that bragging rights, obviously taking down Rufus is going to be a big deal here because he's won a lot of the monthly finals for Soulcalibur without question, right? Obviously, Keeve has been up against him. But, hey, you guys can check out everything that happened here in this recap video that we got for you and, really get yourself acclimated to what's going on if you're not familiar with the PS4 Tournaments Open Series for Soulcalibur. Early on in the European monthly finals, we saw Keeve and Ganondorf face off. Keeve dominated the set on Nightmare versus Ganondorf's as well, sweeping the set 3-0 to move on to the semifinals.
Jeez! Hitting up against the wall, over the ledge, and he makes sure he gets an extra hit to ensure the ring out.
Then we saw Leo Verde, aka Rufus, versus Jabber JJ. Rufus is able to dissect his opponent's strategy to exploit their weaknesses, which is why we saw the second 3-0 sweep of the bracket with Rufus taking the win and moving on to the next round. The first semifinal match featured two fan favorites, EU regulars and our previous champions, Keeve and Rufus. Keeve had some good moves on Nightmare, but Rufus was just too much to handle as usual on Taki. Rufus managed to sweep the set 3-0. Next up were B-Boy Skyzo and a new face to the Open Series, EU Gilu. EU Gilu had a strong opening to the set on Yoshimitsu, taking the first two games. B-Boy Skyzo, however, was able to retaliate on Game 3 and take a point for himself, but EU Gilu shut down his momentum, taking Game 4 to close the set.
2-8. Oh my god, it's so close. Oh no!
And he ran into it.
In the winners finals, we saw newcomer EU Gilu versus reigning champion Rufus. Rufus took the first game with EU Gilu taking the second to tie it up. Rufus was able to adapt to EU Gilu's playstyle and take the lead, securing the next two games and taking the set. Rufus secured his winner's position in the grand final while EU Gilu was sent to the lower bracket to fight for his redemption. In the lower bracket finals, we saw EU Gilu and Keeve battle for a second chance at the grand finals in a very close set. Keeve took a close game 1 while EU Gilu was able to fire back, taking the next two games for match point. Keeve was able to keep cool and deny EU Gilu his needed win, taking the next two games and the set.
There's the tech immediately from Gilu. The A-line B is gonna miss, and that gets the back throw, Keeve!
In the grand final, we saw two Open Series regulars and two Open Series champions, Rufus and Keeve, compete for the Grand Champion title and prize. Rufus takes Game 1 while Keeve takes Game 2 to tie it up. Keeve tries to keep up in the remainder of the match, but Rufus proves that he is in a league of his own. Rufus's consistency and ability to exploit opportunities enabled him to take the next two games and the set 3-1, ultimately taking the Grand Champion title and the prize. Moving over to the North American side of the monthly finals, Tale of 9 competed against Seymour 1657. Tale of 9 dominated early on, with Siegfried taking the first two games. However, Seymour 1657 earned a second chance and took the next game. Tale of 9 quickly put an end to the set in a Game 4, winning the match. Next up, we saw Infidelity and Thunderwolf TG face off. It was a close set with Thunderwolf starting strong and taking the first two games. Infidelity fired back, taking the next two games, bringing it to a Game 5. The last set went to 5 rounds with Thunderwolf taking it on a ring out.
Come on, man.
In the semifinals match, we have Tale of 9 versus Thunderwolf. Tale of 9 took the first set on Siegfried, but Thunderwolf was able to take the next two with Raphael's superior dueling ability. Tale of 9 switched characters to Hilde for a better matchup against Raphael, but Thunderwolf, without a specter of a doubt, still secured the last game and moved up in the bracket. Then it was Kronvict versus Mindwolf in the Keelik Mirror match, two players we've seen here in the Open Series quite often. Kronvict was unable to take a single game for himself, however, and Mindwolf swept the set 3-0. In the winners finals, we saw two wolves. Thunderwolf and Mindwolf face off for the grand final position. Although every individual game was extremely close, with each going to round 5, Mindwolf was able to sweep the set 3-0 with some very close calls and good choices. Mindwolf established their dominance in the Wolfpack and moved on to the grand finals. In the lower finals, we saw a run back of the quarterfinals with Thunderwolf versus Infidelity. Would Thunderwolf take the set again, or would Infidelity adapt and overcome? Unfortunately, he did not, and we see a repeat of the previous set with Thunderwolf taking the win. In grand finals, we saw Thunderwolf got his rematch against Mindwolf for the title of Alpha Wolf and monthly champion. The first set was contentious with both players trading rounds back and forth. Ultimately, Thunderwolf took the set into Game 5 and reset the bracket. After the reset, Mindwolf dominated, landing some nice combos and ring outs to sweep the set 3-0. Congratulations to Mindwolf for taking the champion title and prize for the very first time.
PlayStation.
Hope you guys enjoyed that little tidbit of what had been going on in the Open Series the previous month. We saw some stuff that may or may not be happening here on the EU side. Obviously, we've got, the Rufus, we've got the Kyiv, which was our grand finals in the previous time. That's kind of what we're looking at a lot of the time, and you guys can even see the previous champions there. So for throughout all of November, the weekly champion was Kyiv.
I see what's going on here. So Rufus, Mr. Lay Low, is just gonna let Kyiv just rack up all the weeklies, right? But get enough points to ease his way into the final, and then I guess show up, right? Rufus looking like the final boss of EU. Yeah, you're looking really good. Nice domination. I'll be there to collect the check at the end. But on the North American side, a bit of a different tale. All right, Tale of 9, Mindwolf Revenants meet different champions every week, and Mindwolf closing the door in the November finals, man. Said I had to miss that one, was able to catch the archive, man. Clean gameplay. And this whole Alpha Wolf thing we've got going on in North America, we got to settle this somehow. Anyway, that's later in the day. For now, we have the EU side of things, and Rufus at the top, Kyiv at the bottom. Another winners/grand finals head-to-head collision course on track, but I mean, the bracket has 6 of 8 finalists here, all hailing from France. How does Rufus, how does Hanya, how does anybody get through the rest of the great country that just hands baby Soulcalibur cartridges and discs outside of the womb as soon as they're born into the world?
It's apparently the breeding ground for Soulcalibur players, right? Like, it's just like there's 2 people in this entire bracket, just the ones that you mentioned. It's Hanya and it's Rufus. It's Poland and Russia. Like, what? Are you serious?
Is it enough? Will it be enough? I didn't have too much for predictions today, but man, this is essentially, imagine being this good of a point where France, you have a training ground where you can all just win money, right? We practice, we play together anyway, we level each other up, and then first place is going to take home $400. Second place, $300, third place, $200, and fourth place, $100. That could go, realistically, all to France.
Hey, but they have to get through that Russian monthly paycheck, right? It's a bit of a stimulus package for Rufus at this point. Because, I mean, like, realistically, Rufus has been legitimately winning most of these Open Series monthly finals. Obviously, not every single one. We've had Kyiv, right? There's been Kyiv. We've had a small stopgap, but most of the time it is basically just Rufus's monthly paycheck right now.
He does it so effortlessly too. He kind of like just shows up. Oh wait, what's today? Oh, it's the monthly final day. All right, I got you. Let me put on my Ninja Garb and do the same thing that each and every one of you can do, is hit up compete.playstation.com to where you too, maybe not as effortlessly as Rufus. You're gonna have to work and grind for it to get to a position where he is, but free of charge. Get yourself some tournament experience, and maybe you can make it to one of these broadcasts, and your gameplay can be, broadcast all over the world straight through the PlayStation channels. So to YouTube and Twitch audiences both, hello, and just take the plunge. If you enjoy Soulcalibur 6, there's no reason not to. You can't argue with free.
Yeah, it's free from the comfort of your own home, and you do have to take those weekly qualifiers. You do have to be able to join those and place well. You don't even have to win to be able to be put onto one of these monthly finals broadcasts, right? So, I mean, hey, don't even have to win. You get on one of these monthly finals broadcasts, and then you have your chance at that prize pool, right? So again, compete.playstation.com, and you guys can also use the hashtag PS4 tournaments to be able to talk about everything going on, you know, talk about the broadcast, talk about the tournament itself and all that, who you're rooting for, especially in this bracket right here, because we could just be seeing either the same, or maybe there's a name in this bracket that y'all are really into that you want to see upset, you know, either Keeve or Rufus, right?
I'm a fan. Rufus has convinced me. I first got to know a little bit more about our guy, you know, reaching out to players and finding out a thing or two about them, and he's just look at this. We asked him how old he was. He said he was too old for this. I mean, yeah, I never knew someone to be too old for money, but, you know, it's good enough for him, right? Coming through Russia, you can follow him on his social platforms at the Mad Dog Roof. You understand? This man is glorious in gameplay. And just take a look at the record here. Of course, he has 3 losses because Keeve did win every week, which shows that there was 1 week where Rufus didn't even enter. However, 13 wins. He's going pretty deep every time he comes out to play, realizes he has enough points to qualify for the monthly final, and just rests on his laurels as the blueprint to money, right? You don't have to win. Just do good enough, you know, better than everybody else. You make it to the final 8, and here you go. You show up on a wonderful Monday and get paid. Who doesn't like to get paid on a Monday? Let's go.
Everybody's definitely trying to get paid on the Monday. T4 is one of those people trying to maybe stop Rufus from getting paid on this Monday right here. Maybe put him in the losers bracket first round. We'll see. I don't know. T4, a name I'm personally less familiar with, but you know, also out of France, like 90% of this bracket right now. We do have a Valdo though. That's kind of the big deal, right? This character is one I think everybody likes to watch, right? But nobody knows what the heck is going on half the time because, you know, he's a bit of a contortionist, right?
Yeah, they do in France. I'm telling you, when they're born, the delivery, you know, the doctor picks you up and slaps you, and you know, they cry to make sure the baby's okay. No. They hand you a controller or a stick, and they have whatever current version of Soulcalibur is released, and they want to see if your child could do like a Wild Rising attack or their first Oki. That's it. And that's when they determine that, all right, this kid is good. You are free to go into the world. So who knows? I've seen the 28th there. You know, Caliber, a big legacy game. We're 30 plus, man. I'm all about the quote unquote old school in video games, taking things as they go. So I'm actually excited to see Valdo, one of the most unpredictable, you know, uncharacteristic, just maniac, controlled. I don't know if there's a fair way to describe what Valdo is, and that's totally fine, right? That's what gives him his charm as we get into the match here, setting things up. You gotta love it. We're just gonna see no surprises here. We'll likely see Valdo, and we'll get some ninja action from Rufus. I think the only question is whether or not we get the teabags in round 1 or 2 or 3.
Well, I mean, you know, for most of the matches that we've seen from Rufus, it's like the first round is super hard for Rufus, right? But it ends up being that's very obviously his data gathering. He gathers the data on the opponent in the first round, and then the entire game shifts. It's like a completely different match after that. Or, you know, maybe it takes the second round sometimes on the very rare aspect, right? But after that, it's a lot of the time the Rufus show as we get into the first game. You're gonna find out if that's kind of similar.
All right, I mean, really safe stuff. Some respect to open it up. Again, first 5 seconds, no big deal. Rufus has no problem just running in and throwing out attacks as he's done so fluently throughout the coverage of the Open Series when it comes to him. Follow up now, and yeah, just really early stuff. Easy side step, easy punish, cancel slow to get the back throw, and the amount of damage. That might as well have been a super bionic, please.
Oh my goodness, yeah, back throws, some of the most damage that you can output in a single attack in this game at one time, right? So, I mean, you know, normally Valdo has the ability to tech those, but you still have to guess whether it's a front or a back throw, right? T4
Correct.
not really being able to guess that time. He's going to be able to get out of the throw setup, gets the unblockable right there. You want to talk about damage on a super? That's basically damage on a super, too.
I mean, there was a quick adaptation there. Rufus tried the same mix-up with that back throw attempt again, and this time Mo was like, no, T4 is pressing buttons, right? Not having it. And then to an unblockable setup, here's the back turn. Again, when facing Voldo, there's really no like, oh, well, he's in this position, so this is my go-to mix-up. No, because Voldo has entire movesets and all these options from like so much in every position. It's just ridiculous.
Well, I mean, a lot of those options are ended up getting negated right now, especially because of the A+B. He's going to be able to get the full damage off this. Pressure on the knockdown, even getting the whip punish there. Soul Charge is forced here from T4. Got to get powered up and got to be able to knock Rufus away to start something, but Rufus seemingly not caring.
Yeah, how good does it feel to have guaranteed unblockables as a reward, right? As he dives in, Rufus exclamation point. Pretty straightforward stuff there. Nothing too surprising. Rufus jumping out 1-0, you know, as free form as he may be and as laid back as his description shows us along with the gameplay, he is nothing to be joked with inside the ring, right? 1-0, it's kind of... It would be more surprising to see Rufus playing a match outside of a grand final stage, but it is early, and this is why we play the game, right? There's no need to float somebody to grand finals. They still have to earn it week in, week out, month in, month out. And we've seen reverse 3-0s here. We've seen people come back down from sets plenty of times, but not against Rufus. So even down at 1-0, T4 is going to have to, I don't know, play this like this is the final. Otherwise, it's going to be curtains. And we know how well Rufus begins the steamroll.
We have seen Rufus bleed a couple of times. You know, there has been Keeve obviously taking down Rufus in these last few weeklies for one instance, right? But also, you know, in previous grand final sets. So it's not like he's totally impossible to beat, but...
I don't know, man. I just think
right
something changes. Something changes for Rufus when the cameras are on, baby. It's showtime with this man.
Hey, you know, wants that $400 prize pool, right? It's a much bigger check than just the weekly, but there's the back throw again. You see that single hit damage, some of the highest in the game. Okay, yeah. Goes for the dodge. He's going to be able to get out of that situation thanks to it.
Yeah, I don't think so. Counting himself here, one touch and closure on round one. Rufus just always seems so comfortable, even when their opponents, you know, find the wiggle room to escape dire situations like the wall or ring out situations or heavy pressure, guard gauge, whatever. Rufus just seems calm even in their comebacks, not allowing the opportunity for the opponent to freely get back to a position where they feel safe. He just keeps his foot on the gas, but he just doesn't slam it. He knows when to ease in, and he's just you love to see it. He's certainly a maestro and has perfect control over the matches.
Yeah, perfect is definitely the right word for control, as he literally did get a perfect that round. He is currently on that match point here, looking to take 3 rounds straight again, possibly. Soul Charge coming out of T4 right now, trying to make something happen. And yeah, right there, learned from the previous match, right? Waited for Rufus to back up and then do something on a whiff punish, and now has set up a lot better of a situation for himself. Soul Charge here, maybe? No, goes for the freak attack. That's gonna have a conversation. Oh, man.
See, you knew it was serious business. When Voldo stands you up and it says, listen, step into my office, it's time for a conversation. This is a grown folks meeting right here. T4 is like, look, you're not going to embarrass me, all right? We're going to fight back. It's not over until it's over. Oh, wait, is that like a... I don't know. The direction he went in.
Yeah, I mean, he sidestepped it. I mean, yo, it's a Voldo match, right? We got to expect a few rule breakers, huh?
Yeah, this is fair. Had great position, not the timing for the whip one. Was able to get the follow-up, and just a straight-up throw right there. A lot of respect earned from Rufus on that when he was able to run up, and instead of just throwing out that quick A just to set things off and get a check, T4 decided, all right, I'm at low health here. I want to block. All right, cool. How do you beat blocks? You grab. It's you know, fighting games 101. And Rufus, again, going deep in the bag. You don't see too much of the forward throws from him. He's always looking for like the big side or back throw setups to get all that damage and cash out. But even in that position, he was well aware of how much it would do. The position on the stage, all his opponent's options. There's so much that goes through a single thought in that 1 second. And that's where the depth of fighting games comes from. You like to see it on display.
Yeah, I think maybe, you know, because of the way Rufus had been playing the entire time, just was not ready for that throw it whatsoever, right? Like, just like you were talking about, looking for maybe a side throw, looking for maybe a back throw, or even like if Taki is in possession stance, maybe a throw then. But because it was just a little bit different of a situation right there, was maybe just expecting a regular attack, right? Just gonna sit there and block. And well, I mean, you know, not in Rufus's house, I guess.
Yeah, I know. You know, it's also totally plausible that Rufus just like did it. Because Rufus,
Hey, you know, you're not
straight
wrong.
up doesn't care about anything, and you love to see it. So there's some back attack right there, more pressure. The cross on there. Oof! I mean, hold on. Can we finish the sentence, Rufus? Can we just give you props for once, or are you trying to, you know, get this run submitted for AGDQ, which is like active right now? You can't do that. This is the PlayStation side of Twitch right now, and we are just trying to get to a tournament, not a speed run.
Yeah, T4 is attempting to pull out all the stops to make a speed run not possible, but Rufus right there with the big lethal hit. Okay, trying to catch the roll, but no dice as T4 rolls out correctly, but he's pushed towards the wall. He's really got to watch out here.
Throw up his own, hop back low, or just a little bit of Mantis. Let me talk to you, swing around. Ooh, okay, watch your legs. Watch your legs. I don't know why she's holding her head on the ground right now. She needs to watch her legs. And the frames as well.
Yeah, she was so confused by that move straight up that she didn't know what was hurting, right? Oh, okay, A6. That might actually ring out. Hold up. Oh, just barely. Okay, that one though. Oh,
that won't be a barely this time.
Wake up, kids.
How about the... It's always putting on a show, just in the right place at the right time. Taki, one of those movesets that just, it's always been exciting for me to watch. Ninjas are just super cool, and she's definitely on the top of that list for me. It rushes in, nice, absolutely taking advantage, and it just doesn't seem like T4 has the idea, and there's just definitely flashes of the game plan and what he's trying to accomplish, but it's very rare that we see 2 or 3 sequences strung back to back, strong enough to break the wall that is Rufus. As he ties it up in 2 rounds apiece. Very, very solid. Not the fastest thing, but maybe that's the key. Maybe T4 just needs to slow it down and play at a much easier pace than what Rufus is accustomed to. Because when you speed it up, I mean, look, 10 seconds and the round is over. I can't. I can't.
I think T4 might have air controlled himself out of the ring there, because that is normally an air controllable combo, which means you can control the direction at which you fly.
Yes,
so
yes,
I think T4 actually air controlled himself out of the ring on that one. No.
I'm just a witness, and so are all of you in the chat as we take a look at these replays. I mean, if you needed confirmation on just how vicious back throws can be in the Soulcalibur series, take a look at that. And following up there after the break attack, getting the unblockable, yeah, soul charge here, but I mean, nothing doing. Rufus staring fear in its eye and just opening up with a 3-round straight victory. Doing the same thing here. You know, he showed us the worm. That was cool. Voldo has some dance moves, but apparently the dance competition is the wrong side of the Caliber Olympics here. This is a fight to the end, and wow, again, some flashes here and there for T4. This was certainly the Rufus show. Ring outs, perfects, I mean, throw kills. What else could you ask for? This is how to win with Taki 101.
So you're going to see exactly that. Rufus moving on 3-0. Again, the favorite in this bracket right now being Rufus, the other favorite being Kiev. Obviously, a couple of other names that are incredibly strong. Ganondorf, Hanya 90. We got B-Boy Skyzo. This bracket is definitely stacked. This is probably one of the best brackets I could ask for EU monthly final, for sure. You know, we also got good character variety with only, I think it's just Talum being the only repeat character right now.
Yeah, I mean, you love to see it. Again, Ganondorf, definitely one of my favorite people and players to watch. So I love being on this side of the broadcast where I can also continue to enjoy this as a fan and just see that gameplay and the hunger of people who, you know, they compete, you know, first and foremost because you want to be the best. And to show and prove that you join these tournaments with something on the line, right? Where people are forced to play their best and weigh the pressure of everything that's coming down on them. So it's great stuff. Every week here, every month. And Calibur has a lot of stuff going around, even last night. Shout out to Enders J and his syndicate for that grand finals. Fire. Anyway, yeah, I would like to see less 3-0s, you know, but it is what it is. You can't stop somebody from being great. And as we take a look at Hanya 90 coming through 30 plus. What's up, baby? Forget them kids. Let's get this W. All right, representing Poland, the other non-French player in the bracket. After this, it is the French Show 101. You can follow them at their socials. All right, MattJF_. 13 wins, 3 losses. Same record as Rufus, looking exceptionally strong for the month of December. So this really could go anyway. Again, you talked about how stacked the bracket is for this month. Not that it isn't any other month, but something about December feels really special here on the EU side of things.
Well, we want to talk about the you know, how only one other person is not from France. Well, here's another French competitor in Ganondorf. We talked about Ganondorf, you know, being one of your favorite people. I actually had a very insightful experience with Ganondorf, where, you know, we were talking about Aswell back when he was considered to be one of the biggest terrors. And I mean, you know, maybe that win-loss record could show you how strong both Ganondorf and Aswell might be right there. 6-1, 86%.
Yeah, let's point something out. That one means he only lost in 1 week, which means that run was enough to qualify Ganondorf for the monthly finals. Compete.playstation.com, okay? It's really not that hard. If you can put together that one run and just feel great, right? And this is 1 week. Imagine if you played all 4. You have the shot, man. Just throw your hat in the bucket and don't be afraid, all right? Get the job done. Compete.playstation.com, or you can do it directly from your PlayStation 4. And you'll be just fine, and we'll be seeing you sooner than later. I believe in you. All right? Play X.
Looks like we're going to be seeing this match sooner or later, because that was real quick that these got into here. But yeah, so more than likely going to be seeing Talum as well. Talum got a gigantic rework in the most recent patch. Quite a bit going on with her with the new Windbearer buff. You know, she actually has access to being able to heal herself and things like that with it active, which is super nice for her. You know, they had to rework a lot of her moves because in that same patch, they actually reworked how vertical tracking works. So you can step verticals a little bit easier, along with, you know, certain ways that reverse ledge cancels may be a bit strong and things like that. So they had to make sure that Talum could still fight real well. Okay, starting off.
Well, how do you feel about Aswell?
Right there for Ganondorf.
Has your love for Aswell changed at all? Yeah, at all?
Oh no, I love this character. I think he's super dope. Okay, cool. Yeah,
I agree too. The more I watch him, the more I like kind of just conform to it. It's great. But Talib, who was once just known as an annoying little lethal hit. That's what she is. Gonna get the back slam, follow up. Still my turn, some mix-ups. Ooh, empty flip into the throw, but nothing doing. Ganondorf has no problems taking that and going straight into the offensive maneuvers of his own. And let's play the distance game, right? Let's make her work for it, because up close, Talib's still one of the scariest characters in the game.
Yeah, you could tell exactly how Ganondorf didn't want to really fight that up-close game. He was using a lot of the shield stance to be able to get the auto GI, try and stop from having to fight her, or at least trying to put himself in enough position that she can't press buttons. And this is exactly what happens when you allow Talum to do that, right? That's why this Soul Charge comes out. Doesn't want to have to deal with that. Hanya wanting to press the advantage back.
Oh my god, so much respect right now from Ganondorf. Just chilling, blocking everything, defense. Yeah, you love to see it. Defense on 100, right? Riding spinners. Mixes up top. So it's in. Wait a minute.
That defense might be what carries Ganondorf back into this game because he has got the life lead now. But a great step right there from Hanya and gonna be able to take the round there.
Gonna run and slide at the DMs, nothing doing there. Okay, Ganondorf gonna Oki roll around the world there. Full 360-degree rotation. Instead, gonna eat a lethal hit, trying to walk his way from the corner, but back into it specifically. This is extremely dangerous. Talon sitting on full life, and yeah, it's gonna chase that. Gonna catch that. No rolling here, sir. I am 2 steps ahead and not trying to catch a robbery ring out, as we see time and time again here in the open series.
That was definitely looking real strong right there for Hanya. However, at the ledge right now, Ganondorf has 2 bars. Soul Charge, they're both going to negate each other, but yeah, Ganondorf is going to be able to be the first to act as he puts the pressure back on, and Hanya's going to have to fight his way away from the ledge. Doing exactly that, though. Great string right there. He's got the plus frames. Oh, damage! Oh, and that's going to do it! First game to Hanya!
I think my favorite thing about 3D fighters are the continual button pressing after the KO. It's just like, oh yeah, you could have gotten all of this and all of this tonfa work, and I still got 2 backflips in here. There's a biscuit in my right elbow pad, and then I got this left tonfa that was probably gonna break your leg. Oh, and I still had about half a soul charge left. It was all ugly right there for Ganondorf, and Hanya looking exceptionally strong out of the gate. One of these two setting up a match with Rufus, which would be playing into the money at that point on the winner's side. So it's still early. It looked pretty decently matched there. Just offensive flurry, back to offensive flurry. We saw flashes of Ganondorf's defense, like, right, a lot of blocking, 20 seconds-ish, but no follow-up game plan. In a game where you have a guard gauge, you're going to need to be able to play that hybrid style a bit more effectively here in Game 2.
Yeah, the problem for Aswell in this particular matchup, though, is because Talon is such a speedy character, she's actually going to give him a lot of trouble as he gets the ring out almost immediately. 1 connection all the way into the waters right there, going for a swim. It's real cold in those waters for sure. But Aswell, he has trouble fighting up close because his attacks are based on what weapon he used last, right? So they actually gain in speed if he used that same weapon. If he doesn't have a faster weapon on deck, he might not be able to contest Talon's faster attacks.
Well, hey, the best defense is a good offense, right? There will be no attacks to contest if you don't give her the opportunity to, as Ganondorf pedal to the metal, right? Foot on the gas, let's keep it going. I pressed it first. You love those type of trade situations. Oh, sidestep, yes, lethal hit, open up.
Oh yeah, that was super good right there for Ganondorf. He was able to get a gotcha bar, and he got the counter hit there, allowing for the ring out.
Okay. What was that about? The best defense was a good. Oh, okay, I got you. Right back at you, Hanya says.
You're right.
Let's press the button. All right, there's nothing being blocked here. It's just REs, sidestep rolls. We're gonna do everything but guard in this situation. Step out of range, whiff on the Superman punch, rod spinners up top. All right, and there you go. The first sequence of something getting guarded.
Hey, yo, sometimes you gotta duke it out, right? Like, it's your life on the line right now. Sometimes you just gotta learn how to scrap.
Yeah,
Soul Charge coming out, doesn't want to scrap no more.
Oh, wow.
On the ground.
Not sure what's that. Yeah, big whiff there.
Ooh, catching him trying to roll. There's the C. He's going to be able to interrupt. Great spacing there from Ganondorf.
Oh, this is going down to the wire again. Playing near the end. Soul Charge pop from Ganondorf. All right, still can't survive too much more. Healthy chip here. Oh, it takes advantage. Still his turn. Oh, Hanya has nowhere to go. And makes the read with the back to the wall. Unbelievable. Ganondorf, for a second, left the door open. Did you think Talon was not going to bust right through? You had to stay on top of things right there, but a little too passive with Ganondorf. And I believe that cost him the round. It could put him in an 0-2 situation if he doesn't get away from this water.
Yeah, that's why the Soul Charge is coming out right there, but unfortunately goes for the high as Hanya ducks under it, putting it back in the same position. Good hit right there on the mid. He's got to be able to keep those frames going. Now, Hanya does have Bark. It might be able to change this back into the favor. There's the Soul Charge. Going to knock Ganondorf away. Oh, the jump over.
Oh my God, isn't enough?
Got the roll right there. That's going to do it.
Very unfortunate situation, man. You took your foot off the gas. That's a moment we're gonna come back and look at when Ganondorf had the soul charge. Hanya literally had no direction to move, couldn't sidestep, couldn't backstep. It was either press a button or walk face first into whatever weapon Aswell decided to use, and Ganondorf stopped. If you give any type of person who feels like their life is in danger an opening, they are going to take it. And Hanya, riding that momentum into the final round, got Ganondorf back against the wall, early scared for a ring out situation. Then desperation came out, easy whiff punishes, beautiful usage of the meter and soul charge damage, just everything working, and that is how you stay composed. A very, very important part of tournament play, and Hanya looking seasoned as ever here in the Open Series.
Well, Ganondorf on that upper bracket life right now as Hanya up 2-0. And, I mean, you know, started out pretty good, but now Ganondorf fighting back. Oh, great step right there. Unable to get the punish, but, I mean, you know, the step is important because then that's going to take away options from Hanya as he's getting those mix-up. This is where Aswell shines right here. Mix-up king.
Yeah, you're gonna jump in there, try to catch it before the landing. Unfortunate situation now. Not gonna die for the next hit, but we're just gonna spin and slice, baby. Spin and slice.
Jumping A, super strong for being able to catch steps right there. It also is, you know, a possible mix-up, right? So, just gotta be able to catch him right there. Got the stun, another catch on the step. Ganondorf has been catching so many steps. That may be the change-up required to be able to catch Hanya, right? A lot more horizontal mid.
Yeah, the small changes. This should be enough for the spike. And even though the ring out was the cause of victory, Hanya certainly didn't have the health to survive that slam. And Ganondorf, okay, I think he got the message. This is wild, aggressive, way different than we saw in the previous game.
Definitely looking like a Space Jam type Ganondorf right now, bouncing him off the ground at all times. Okay, caught the step again. A lot of meter for Hanya though. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, tried to get the whiff punish once again, but Ganondorf a little late to the button press. Put himself in trouble here. Just gonna block. Wait his turn. All right, playing a dangerous game here near the edge.
Yeah, oh, there's the GI to be able to get away from it. Breaks the RE. Has got some damage on it. Wind Parry is still active, though, for Hanya. So that means she's got all options, and that means the death of Ganondorf for that round.
Yeah, very dangerous GI that worked out in his favor. Tried to get the auto GI, but a little too slow on startup there. I mean, Talib, you talked about the speed of the buttons, right? There's a certain amount of moves that Aswell has that are just not going to be quick enough, especially while Talib's in Soul Charge looking to press the envelope. He got a little greedy, didn't have the space for it, and cost him the round. However, Ganondorf still looking exceptionally strong here in Game 3. Maybe we won't see a 3.
Oh man. Well, you know, sometimes you just get jumped over on your Beyblade right there and you get perfected. And now it was looking strong for Ganondorf, but Hanya 90 on set point here.
Oh my god, you love to see it. Beyblade's not for her. She grew out of those things a long time ago somehow, even though she's like 12. But buttons on top, mix-ups galore. Okay, break attacks, trying to take advantage, sidestep.
Soul Charge coming out for both players right now. Both as powered up as they could possibly be. Ganondorf recognizing that he's on his last life. He's going to be able to get the hit right there. Full screen knock away. Oh, got the knockdown here. Axe is going to get blocked with no punish and missed input, maybe?
Yeah, then Ganondorf with the teleport out of there, and it just goes for it. Why not? Oh, run a GI on the wake up, but it's going to be enough to seal the deal. One axe forward, another axe twist, and put a W on the board for Ganondorf. It is not over just yet. It's early. It's early, right? France with their drama, you know how it goes. These sets seemingly get out of hand, and then all of a sudden it's 2-2, 3-2, and Ganondorf definitely one of the, dare I say, victims of the losing side of 3-2 sets that we've seen multiple times here in the Open Series. Just heartbreak after heartbreak. Maybe set up for a redemption run, or does Hanya close the casket and say, okay, one down, four to go left with this entire French brigade looking to tear up the December monthly final here in bracket.
Hey, I mean, statistically, the French brigade is poised to be able to at least tear it up, even if Ganondorf goes down here. But obviously they don't want that, right? You know, the pride of French Soulcalibur is riding on a couple of these guys, and there's the GI to make it start happening. However, Hanya, there's a great step into the lethal hit. Incredible decision right there from Ganondorf. Look at the damage it afforded to him.
I love how Aswell just extends his hand on that lethal hit. Like, just take this. Like, follow me. Oh my God. Okay, Ganondorf, I see you. And the Muscle Buster is gonna break every bone in that body. Just about as, I mean, that's one of the signature round enders for Aswell players everywhere. It's such a great utility move, no matter the amount of changes to it. It's just been solid from launch until now. You love to see it. And again, just handing it to him, extending an invitation, a side stab. Once again, Ganondorf picking up where he left off. This doesn't even look like round 2. This looks like round 1, just the continued version. Gave him a little bit of an extension to try again. Hasn't even lost enough damage to total 1 life bar for both rounds.
Gonna have to try again right here. There's the wind cannon. That's gonna be enough to at least total 1 life bar for this round. Problem is I mean, Ganondorf's still a little bit healthy. He's gonna have to deal with these frames. Yeah, that's why the soul charge comes out. Wants to put the pressure back into his favor. Caught the duck under, then caught the roll. Lucky. Let's go, Ganondorf.
So lucky. Yeah, that duck under was about to spell certain death, and Aswell getting to the punch quick enough. I mean, we're talking frames here, you know, 1/10 of a second. Nobody wants to do math, but y'all know what I'm getting at. Just visualize it in your head if you don't want to deal with it. All right, soul charge pops. She doesn't want to deal with the pressure, so we're going to use this all-in-one get-off-me move, and then follow that up so many buttons. Muscle Buster's going to get the wall here.
Oh,
Extension.
No. That's so much damage.
Oh no!
He's at the wall again.
Is he gonna get the side? Yes! Oh, this is not fair. This is not fair. Somebody. 2 touches. And that was
right there,
Ganondorf. Yeah, that was an answer. That's something I want to see in the replay, right? It was like, oh, you thought this was a 2-player. No. You remember when you have like a younger sibling or friend, and they're kind of bad, they didn't get it, so you just and this is for my 30 plus, you unplug the controller and you just hand it to them and you let them think they're playing. That's exactly what happened there. Ganondorf just solo game, running it against the AI. It looked like story mode, and Hanya just in full spectator season right there, not watching the legs. We just saw half damage, and a little poke just for the sprinkle on top. Ganondorf bringing this back 2-2. High drama, first game 5 of the day. Ebonic, do you have a prediction for this?
To be honest with you, I actually do think Hanya maybe takes a look at the play and makes a comeback here, but I think it's going to be close. I think maybe we're going to a round 5 on this one, but I do have Hanya probably doing it over Ganondorf. One of the reasons why I think Ganondorf did so well in that last match is the awareness of the wall was not there for Hanya, right? So when you notice that a wall is behind Aswell, there's a good chance he's going to that Axel. There's a good chance you're seeing that Muscle Buster so that he can get the wall, get the big damage. Hanya, after getting hit twice by that, probably gonna think twice about having what Aswell's options are at the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, there's little options everywhere. That was some big chunks of damage early on. I mean, Hanya seemed to be completely in the driver's seat of this match, and just like that, Ganondorf has a life lead and it secured the round. What? No, there weren't even combos there. It was just like solid hit there, maybe a 2-hitter. I mean, look at this. This is just spacing and neutral coming in from Ganondorf.
That's kind of how Aswell and both Ganondorf as well operate, right? Like this character doesn't get huge combos unless it's, you know, maybe that Muscle Buster at the wall or, you know, some sort of wall hit on the regular, right? They knock you down off of one small combo and then they just go for setup. Ooh, gonna be able to dodge that, get a free punish on that one.
Yeah, easy punish there.
Wonderful.
I think Ganondorf
spacing.
is running away with this Ebonic Plague. This is 7 straight rounds for Ganondorf, not playing at all.
Yeah, and that soul charge is going to come out, try and make sure that Ganondorf stays on top of things right now. Hanya going to soul charge back to be able to take away offensive momentum possibly, but the axe right there is going to stop that. At the wall right now, really got to watch out for what goes on. Tries to duck the throw. Okay, gets the counter hit. Muscle Buster gets blocked, but no punish.
Yeah, no punish at all. It seems to just be surprised to block it or satisfied with it, dare I say. Sometimes when a move is just in your head like that, you're just happy to avoid what comes with it and not quite ready to punish. But instead, back to the wall. Now let's see how Ganondorf does under pressure. Presses some buttons to get out. Nice sidestep and control. And the wall is going to save Hanya, but not a second time. Oh, excuse me. The second time it does come, dunks over in the desperation. Talon James going over the top with the double axe handle reverse under the legs. I give that a solid 8.5 out of 10 in the dunk contest, but it's enough to keep Hanya alive.
And then Ganondorf pressing buttons in the middle of the critical edge string, allowing for the animation to activate. That's going to give Hanya a little bit of a heal. Also the wind bear and pushing him close to the wall.
Oh my god, what is happening now? This is going from Ganondorf dominating to the ugliest things happening. However, walking towards closure. Hanya having none of it. Back to the wall, catch the roll twice. Here's a regular throw. Is it enough?
Oh my
goodness. Is. Tough to ass. And that is going to be enough to secure that round. 2 rounds apiece. Yeah, you said it was going to be close. High drama early on. 3-2. Who's going to take it?
That's definitely looking real difficult right now. Hanya's got to deal with the sword stance, but now out of weapons. Yeah, so Ganondorf goes to the option to get himself a weapon again. That's going to hit on the wall. This is big.
Oh, another one. Oh, the break dance. All right, yes, please. Just spin the meter right away. As well, sitting on 2 bars as well. Oh, is he in trouble? Has the wall and the wood. Ooh, power of reason pops out. Okay, we are charging, baby. Tries to dunk again, but he's gonna get a 0 for that effort. We don't take the obvious one-hand dunk. Uses the air control to stay alive and around. Oh my god, Ebonic, hold me, please. This is going to the hit.
Unbreakable throw right there. One more mix.
Oh, the low. Oh my god. Yo, the amount of mixology right there took the guaranteed off the command grab, gets the follow-up into 1 mix-up, and Ganondorf not watching his legs. How poetic, right? Talon with her back to the wall beats as well by taking his legs from under him, except there was no muscle buster necessary. It was a singular hit, and right here, this is the moment of the event right here. A chance to tie it at 1-1, and just kind of takes his hands off the gas, takes his feet off the gas, and Hanya is able to just run away with this, put it up 2-0, and have 2 games to give. That's a very fortunate position because I don't think there was much left in the tank for another game. And luckily enough, Hanya did exactly what they needed to secure a spot in the winner's semifinal.
Hanya was showing incredible offense the entire time, and I mean that's indicative of a Talon player for sure. But Hanya has been known to be one of the stronger Talon players. But you see right here, this wall is gonna allow for Ganondorf to do whatever he wants, just trying to go for that mix-up. You know, it's surprising really that Hanya was able to block mid right there, because you get opened up by 2 lows. You think, oh, okay, maybe a 3rd time because he's still at the wall, right? But here it is, the small wall saving Hanya multiple times, allowing for the comeback. If the small wall was not there to save Hanya, this could have been a completely different story.
Yeah, so much happened in that one sequence. Now watch your legs. Oh my god, a split kick down to the lower bracket for Ganondorf again. Just a victim of all of the 3-2 heartbreaks. I can't take this, all right? This is not what I signed up for, but they did. So as we take a look at the bracket, we got Freaky Sound and B-Boy Skyzo, another 2 exciting bunch of players. I'm happy, man. I'm just ready to get into every match we have available for the EU side of things today. Very, very, very fire early on.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the time early on for EU side, we see more 3-0s, right? It's at the very first round. You know, it's pretty rare that there's a close match at the very beginning. But that one set the stage, right? We're not looking at just 3-0s this entire time. We talked about how stacked the bracket was. We talked about the possibilities of there being, you know, maybe a different type of grand finals and things like that. I think that can show right there that Hanya 90 versus Ganondorf match, definitely possible. Whew. And I think another match that could show that is Freaky Sound versus B-Boy Skyzo, which we're going to have next, which is going to be Sofitia, our first of today. Obviously, everybody's familiar with B-Boy Skyzo, especially if you watch a lot of EU events, you know, namely one of the lock in your character leagues, right? That's another online event going on. B-Boy Skyzo right here. 33 boys. I know you're a little bit happy about that right
plus.
there.
30
but
plus.
also
You gotta
out
show
of
these young
France,
kids.
like we were talking about.
Yeah.
Also out of France. You
I
know,
mean,
90% of this bracket is France.
It's definitely 30 plus. They have like no social media. They don't care about that. Just wants to play the game and go from there. Another fantastic run though. Checking out B-Boy Skyzo here. 5 wins and the 1 loss. Able to qualify here. So, I mean, if you look at a lot of this bracket, they are very smart in the way that they don't burn themselves out, right? They're very solid. They get where they need to go. They have a goal. They set it, and then they prepare. As we take a look at Freaky Sound. Also, in the 30s, man. I love to see legacy players, man. Some of the best in the world. It does not matter, right? People will tell you, oh, yeah, man, you know, at 30, dog, you're going to lose your reactions, bro. You can't keep up anymore. Yeah, right. Play some Soulcalibur and come and get worked. Did enter all 4 weeks. You love to see it, right? Dedication to the craft. And, again, I'm not going to stop pushing this, right? Compete.playstation.com. Don't be intimidated. The only way to gain the experience is to actually go for it, and it's there, free of charge, as we get into the character select screen. Big question marks, but likely no surprises, secrets to characters. We know what we're gonna get.
Yeah, the only difference that could have happened, which I'm not expecting, at least in the first game, for B-Boy Skyzo would have been Tira, but that's about it, right? Like, I don't think it would have happened. If it does, it would be later down, right? Like, it'd be like, okay, I feel like Tira is now a better pick because maybe Sofitia is not doing the job. But when it comes to B-Boy Skyzo, Sofitia is obviously the character that we've seen for so long, and the character we've seen get him to grand finals here in the Open Series before. Taking out Kiev actually in a previous one, having to fight Rufus. Unfortunately didn't make the win over Rufus because, well, I mean, kind of sitting on his laurels. Rufus is real strong right now. Gonna be going up against Freaky Sound here. Another Talum. We got a little bit of a knowledge base on the Talum, so we're gonna see the differences between Freaky Sound and Hanya here.
Alright, so as we know, Sophie is just like solidarity at its finest, right? She does the thing. It's not the flashiest thing, but it gets the job done. And Talum is more like, alright, I hope you can keep up. And Sophie's just like, excuse me, just minding her business. You know, I'm just here, just trying to get a chunk of this $1,000 pot. Oh, and look at the heal right there. You talked about that early on. How about a lethal hit? That's gonna be all red health.
Oh man, yo, so B-Boy Skyzo actually went to a particular combo that would have been B-Boy Skyzo specifically went to a combo that would have been wall hit and maybe even have killed, right? But because he wasn't close enough to the wall, Freaky Sound was able to stay alive, gets the reversal edge, and gonna be able to take it off of that option there.
Great anti-air ability here coming in from Skyzo. Definitely catching Talum out of the air almost, if not every single time. May not be the biggest of combos, but when you get the lethal here on the follow-up, it's just easy work. Forcing Talum to stay grounded. All of this flashing lights, I don't care about that. Here's a triple hit wall combo. Gonna break that all in once. Not quite. The lethal hit's gonna prevent it from falling onto the wall, but it gets broken anyway. And now things have opened up. Ring outs are now accessible, and just back to back. You would think with the madness that's going on, it was quick, but no, that was just 2 rounds.
The ring out being available now actually might be better for Freaky Sound because Sofitia gets incredible wall damage because she gets to force back turn you into that lethal hit, which is just incredible for her, right? Oh man, big damage right there. Gonna unfortunately miss, but still gets the hit. No ring out on that one. Got a lot of bar, but B-Boy Skyzo might be facing down defeat on this round.
Stand up. Oh, ducks under. Just clips the legs right quick. Doesn't get too much more, and there's a full unblockable. Whip punish, yes, and that is gonna spell death. Cut him up. Close your eyes. Well, I have to close mine. I can't. There you go. Thank you, Sophie.
It's too bright. I understand.
Yeah, she let me know. I don't have a little shield, a little cute shield, but I do close my eyes every time.
We saw some of that B-Boy Skyzo
so.
flavor right there. One of the first times that we saw B-Boy Skyzo on the broadcast, it was Unblockable City, right? We hadn't seen that too much recently, and then now right back to it, right? Bringing out the Unblockable, because if you don't get ready for it once, oh, well, I guess it's not gonna matter.
Well, yeah, finishing that thought, yeah, because in that situation, it was complete desperation, right? B-Boy Skyzo was at like a 70 to 80% life deficit, so you need to pull out all the stops. And usually when people have that big of a life lead, they tend to play like ultra conservative, right? Because you don't want to give your opponent too many free comebacks, and everything just works. Sophie definitely had the moves in her arsenal that could easily close that gap, and then at that point you get mad, you throw out a button, easy whip on her. CE being one button, I mean, you love to see it.
Freaky Sound's gonna fight for their life right now. Oh, gonna be able to catch the run forward. Yeah, B-Boy Skyzo wanted to try and stop any offensive pressure after the soul charge, but immediately with the critical edge, gonna get a little bit of that health back thanks to Whipbear. Got the hit right here. Big damage and a ring out even. I thought maybe just a bit too far away, but Freaky Sound knew evidently.
No.
It's okay, KP. It's like you're not the one in the driver's seat. It didn't happen to you.
But I feel bad for laughing, but I also don't at the same time. Because it just comes to territory. Ring outs are so foul when you play so well, and then you just get hit by the wrong move in the wrong position on the map, and just like that, you can kiss that round goodbye. Alright, a 2-2 situation where it's the determining factor. It leaves an extremely sour taste in your mouth, but again, we talk about composure and poise. You must be able to shake it off and get into the next one, because ring out, you know, regardless of that situation, this was a fairly even match, a blow for blow. I mean, this is 10-9, you know, down the line, incredibly tight to call. So I like to see how Skyzo is going to respond.
I'm sorry,
and react.
but I can't back down.
It's always really difficult to figure out how to respond and react versus Talon specifically, because I mean, you said it yourself. This character is always just like, can you keep up, right? And that legitimately applies to the ability of the person to be able to react and understand after adapting, right? But if you can't keep up, you might not have known what hit you.
Yeah. I mean, that's a step.
Sophie is the whip punish queen, right? That's her territory. She is just the best at whip punishing. But one of the big problems is she needs to be able to space it out properly. And if she doesn't have that life lead, she has to go in sometimes. So I mean, like right now, B-Boy Skyzo is kind of sitting pretty, right? Can press the buttons that he wants, step where he wants, get the round when he wants. But if Freaky Sound is able to just kind of get in there, get in the face immediately, it might be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Right,
oh, great step.
I mean, there's just so much like neutral play. Like Skyzo, like he sidesteps. Everything is so on point. You see the majority of the damage. I mean, come on, ducking the high, instant reaction there to get the lethal hit. The guard gauge is flashing yellow. Freaky Sound is in big time trouble here. Backed into the corner. Watch your legs, just counter hits everywhere. A lot of electrocution all over the body of Talon. It's just not looking good.
Well, one chance to be able to change that outcome right there. B-Boy Skyzo is going to back off. I like that decision, right? You know, Freaky Sound has the ability to reverse ring out, and then getting the punish on that one. Full launch, full damage, 2 rounds already.
I was going for a third opportunity. Oh no, the step getting denied here by the soul charge. Gonna try to wait it out, but not play afraid. You love to see it. Just standing in there looking for the block. There was an opportunity, but a little too late to the draw. Great delay here from Freaky Sound, and there's a throw. Oh, give me that leg. Talk to me nice.
Ooh, there was a great interrupt right there from B-Boy Skyzo. Great reaction on what the string might be, though, from Freaky Sound. And B-Boy Skyzo is going to be able to beat the RE. That guard damage is a big factor right now. You're probably going to see a lot of stepping from Freaky Sound, yeah, because he doesn't want to get guard broken. The problem is actually going to be ending up as the death due to that fact of wanting to get away from the guard break.
And you saw that, all those horizontals, just bang, 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 catching every step. Like, you are not escaping from the pressure and not overextending at all with Skyzo. It was just, okay, you and I both see this flashing red bar. You and I both know what you have to do. And in that situation, it was just like, you were gonna die. It might have been better to take the guard break early. You maybe eat a combo that doesn't kill you, but all of those errant hits, bang, 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 and those were big chunks too, about 4 of them, and still get your guard broken. Yeah, it was all bad for a very, very long time in that round.
Here I go.
Yeah, in this game, the way to get guard broken is by being hit by particular verticals, right? I don't think there's a horizontal in the game that can actually break guard. So a lot of people will try to sidestep or backstep to get away from the vertical attack, right? So they don't get guard broken. And that's when B-Boy Skyzo can kind of prey upon it, and those are the horizontals you're talking about, right? So you check that, you get the launcher, you don't finish the combo like B-Boy Skyzo did, so that the guard break afterward is guaranteed, and then you get the full combo from the guard break, and that's how you take the round. It was just incredible awareness right there from B-Boy Skyzo, completely in the head of Freaky Sound. And we are at 1 apiece.
Yeah, that had to be demoralizing. They gave it speedy guard break. What's up? Stand up into certain death.
It's the launcher right there. You know, that's the kind of combo you would have saw just a moment ago for the guard break, right? Like, that would have been it, but instead he went for the guard break, right? So you don't see it. Okay, great whip punish.
Oh, it's just, yeah, very, very unfortunate there for the follow-up. Aries on top, no full charge, so no animation. Swift kick, get off me. I need to clear my space. But I mean, Sophie's staying right in there. I mean, attack for attack. Oh, and this is gonna close it up in terms of the health lead with that throw. And for the launch, having none of it. But hey, safety, safety is key, baby. Why not throw a full launch when it is safe?
Stand.
Yeah, that's one of the nice parts about playing Sophie is you get a big damage launcher that's also safe on block. It's real comfy to use. Obviously, the opponent can step it, so you gotta watch that.
Correct.
But if the opponent is not showing, if the opponent is not showing the counterplay, I mean, why not? Why would you ever stop, right? Like, just
yeah.
Go off, King. Like,
absolutely. It's in the FGC Bible, all right? Chapter 1, verse 4. We take those. As Skyzo puts a perfect on the board, running away here with game 3. And it seems to be adaptation just personified after that ring out that cost him the first game. With punish, patience, chase down. All right, we're gonna like to see Talon fight back here. Talk to me. Okay, show me more. Yes, this is what I like to see.
oh wow. Okay, I like that. Freaky Sound actually ended up going to the vertical just late on the roll. Caught the unblock or untechable throw. Unfortunately, the RE is gonna get bopped right there with punish on this one. Side throw mix-up gets escaped.
Playing it safe. And I don't know if that was a punish. I can't tell, but it was rather quick. That leg just seemed to linger out there long enough for Sophie to just catch a little stab, you know, to get the job done. We did see the stun, so there may have been some counter hit action that played there, but I just, wow, what a difference between the first game and everything since. B-Boy Skyzo seems to have just...
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Whatever words you want to put behind that, that's exactly what happened.
Here I go. Is calling me.
I mean, yeah. That's one of those situations where, again, Sophitia is the whip punish queen, right? She has Twin Angel Step, and then you press the B button, and that's exactly what B-Boy Skyzo did right there. It's incredibly fast, super high damage for how quick it is, and that's just gonna close it out on any whiff. I feel like it was definitely a whip punish because of how fast Twin Angel Step B actually ends up being a lot of the time. That's just her comfort zone. And I mean, hey, B-Boy Skyzo, I mean, has been playing this character for how long at this point? Like, I think you understand the comfort zone.
And let's get into a game 4 here. More drama or just this will close out pretty standard wise. Seemed evenly matched earlier on, but the more we go, Skyzo seems to evolve more in the longer set. So GI right back at you. Here's the call out. Once again, nice out. Ooh, I like that move. That was cute. Little double, little heel flip. What? Oh no.
Gonna be okay right there. No ring out. Gonna go for the break attack. Okay, is able to catch the anti-air. Trying to push away from the ledge, and very successful as B-Boy Skyzo. The problem is you can push away from the ledge, but that does not stop the offensive prowess that Talon brings. 8 seconds left of the clock right now. Just going to be offensive as possible. The Ari's going to come out, has to take away the meter, but uses the horizontal low to be able to stop B-Boy Skyzo from stepping away.
When the clock starts ticking in Soulcalibur, I just get like massive anxiety. There's a wind cannon right there. Big boom to set things off. That's a very emphatic first move to land, what you say? Just check to get
yeah,
to it.
You get
in your favor. Yeah,
you get anxiety
it's
from the clock. I get anxiety from the wind cannon.
Well, how about a lethal hit, right? I think everybody loves those, except Skyzo doesn't get the follow-up there. Rare drop on a relatively easy combo to his credit. And oh my god, looking for super punches, just not having it. And finally the call out goes in their favor. No Regi here, not having it. As a spike slam and take a bath. Skyzo getting on the board at 1 round apiece. Wow, okay, that was only the second round. That was crazy. I think Freaky Sound actually slowing the momentum down is weird. I wasn't used to that pace, especially from Talon players.
Yeah, we talked about the possibility of there being, a difference between Hanya and Freaky Sound, and I think we're seeing it right here. Is the willingness to go to that slower game pace to put yourself into this kind of position right now. You're looking on taking the opponent's round right now. Yeah, and off an easy punish there for Talon.
Yeah, real easy. I mean, she flipped in, flipped out, and you saw how quick that forward dash came to close the space, still with enough frames to tap those tonfas to the chin.
Oh, 2 bars here for B-Boy Skyzo though, so I mean, can have any whiff punish, critical edge could come out, a soul charge could make things happen. Freaky Sound is unfortunately gonna get launched, and B-Boy Skyzo is gonna keep all that bar too for this round. Freaky Sound's gonna get 1, but I mean, with B-Boy Skyzo having yes, all the resources, the whiff punish could come out at any time.
Yeah, that was a gimme right there. I mean, that Tonfa wasn't even close. It wasn't even in the realm of Soulcalibur 6. One of the easier whip punishes we've seen all day. Gonna give me that leg. Gonna talk to you. Try to stretch you out. Right back at you. Called out. Sidestep this time. Yeah, Freaky Sound's had enough of Skyzo doing that every time and right back at you. Oh no, but still stays in the driver's seat because Talon does have, on hit or block. Her CE is just phenomenal. Oh, launch.
Oh, wow. One more possible mix-up right here for Freaky Sound's got to be able to make this way out of this defensive situation. No soul charge or CE to get out for free, but finally got it after that kick.
All right, trying to get something to whiff. Oh, and the bait there, gonna step up. Not enough to get the kill here. One mix up.
But the pressure?
And it works out.
Yeah, I mean, B-Boy Skyzo went to the duck to be able to go under the high string, but the thing is because she's in soul charge, she gets access to more attacks. So she can go mid afterwards, and then you're ducking the highs, and then she hits you with the mid, and it's free for her at that point if you haven't already stood up. So, I mean, Freaky Sound, maybe recognizing the previous rounds where B-Boy Skyzo was ducking the highs, was like, okay, you've been doing this a lot. I know what to do here now.
Yeah, it's what Francis has been doing all day. Let's go to game 5 and keep the drama high and run it through once again. So evenly matched here again. I don't know proximity-wise or how much time all of these players have spent playing together over the years, but it definitely shines through on a big stage here, and it's just down to the last game every single time. These are still the opening matches of the tournament. We've got the only 3-0 for Rufus, who is just the 3-0 king. But yeah, friends bringing the drama early on. Let's get into it. Game 5. Oh, and let's start it with the lethal hit. Not quite the wind cannon, but the same amount of damage. After that Back to the wall. Yeah, he's gonna fight out of it this time. There's a stun. Gets a counter hit drop. No follow-up and a lethal hit of his own. Okay, I guess we just want to do it. Let's go to Lethal Hit City. All right, we don't need to play straight up. Just meet the conditions time and time again.
That's great for Talon because she's gonna get so much bar for those reversal edge cancels and things like that. She relishes having all that extra meter to work with. And I mean, yeah, obviously Freaky Sound taking the first game, not only off that meter gain, but just the raw amount of damage that lethal hits provide. Oh, speed of raw amount of damage. Oh goodness.
Listen, man. Oh my God, we just want to meet the conditions. To meet the conditions. Perfect. 7 golden letters and a sea of flames right there as Sophie just says, all right, I can show you a thing or two about these lethal hits. They are in my B&Bs.
Those lethal hits back to back from both players, I think that actually made me lose a round, and I'm not even playing. I think I already lost one.
Yeah, next time you fire up your console, you're already down 0-1. I respect it. All right, stand back now just to poke. A little bit more respectful. I think the ladies have realized that lethal hits only is definitely not the way. It makes for a more volatile game plan where you don't have too many decisions to be made if two combos are killing you. But Soul Charge, all right, we're seeing other game mechanics now after that crazy flurry of attacks from B-Boy Skyzo, and it's going to continue on the onslaught, man. 1 round away from a trip in the winter semifinals.
I mean, got the resources to do it right now, already putting on the pressure. The movement from B-Boy Skyzo on top of the spacing has been one of the biggest game winners throughout the whole thing. Gonna be able to space away from that reversal edge. Okay, that one's gonna get blocked right there. There's the counter hit. Yeah, just gonna interrupt that string right there. Great block though, and amazing jump over right there from Freaky Sound. Gonna get the critical edge. Still has a bar to work with after this too, along with a huge life lead.
Yeah. Easy hit confirmed there. Gonna do a little bit of health. Gonna slide all the way in. And watch this. Oh, and breaks him wide open. Oh my God, this is gonna be so much damage. Ebonic. 1 read each or with punish. I mean, yeah, that seems like a chunk of damage, but to Sophie, swung for the fences immediately, and yeah, not gonna be enough. Great patience and poise there from Freaky Sound. Let's get it. Final round, final match. Again, what is with the drama today?
B-Boy Skyzo bet the farm on that Twin Angel Step B to be able to break the guard of Freaky Sound, and it didn't end up working, and that caused the whiff punish. So now he's got to make up for it in this round. He's doing it in spades right now. Freaky Sound having less than half life, losing the wind bear. Gonna get the throw here, dodging that task, but no, not getting the back throw like he wanted.
There's a lot of whipping going on, but nothing too crazy. Oh, catches just the tip of the top of blade right there. Oh my God.
Oh, can you keep up?
And the break attack to go right. You know what? I'm gonna take your armor. Okay, I'm gonna wipe the sweat off my brow, and I'm just gonna leave. No handshake, no discussion. I'm sweaty. I'm going to win in semifinals. Leave me alone. That's exactly what happened at the end of that match. Ugh, you love to see it and not participate in it.
Freaky
Just see it.
So both Talons moving on in the winner's side right there. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, you guys are going to see the replay right here.
Yeah, we talked about this early on. This was after the ring got opened up and what seemed like a runaway turned into half a robbery. Here's the meaty vertical on stand up from the Oki into the armor break. I mean, pretty simple stuff. This was the one match that kind of was clear, right? It got away. And back to back, we're talking riding that momentum 6 rounds straight to get those 2 games. And then here we go, man. The ring out. There was so much going on here. How do you win both of your games 3 rounds to nothing and still come up just shy? It's the beauty, man. Fighting games. While Freaky Sound fighting tooth and nail for each individual game, as you saw right there, winning 3 rounds to 2. And then in the final game, 3 rounds to 2 as well. It was just, I don't know, man. You can't write this. You can't write this. It just happens.
The script is not real. The script is not real. It ain't scripted. This is all live. This is all happening for sure. As you guys check the bracket right here. So Rufus versus Hanya, first round of the semis. Freaky Sound, we're going to see who they play against. Is it going to be newcomer Seojun, or is it going to be returning champion? Well, I mean, maybe not returning champion, but previous champion.
Previous. I don't know. If the bracket's to be believed, that might be setting up for a 3-0 if the script is in fact intact. And just an update there. If you take a look at the bottom, we had Ganondorf advancing over T4 in the losers bracket. So Ganondorf still very much alive. We'll be seeing more of his as well played potentially later in the broadcast. But man, I don't know, man. I don't know. France has certainly brought the drama as expected, and Kyiv not one for the close matches early in the bracket at all.
Yeah, no, I mean, Kyiv has shown to be one of the strongest players in all of France, taking Evo Japan way back when Soulcalibur 6 was still fresh, right? Also, that over 30 boys, like you've been talking about, social Kyiv _ Rain and all that. But yeah,
Japan,
take a look at the win-loss. Taking a look at the win-loss.
Offline event? What are
that was an
those?
offline event. That's right. Yeah, you remember those?
It's been 84 years. Anyway, Kyiv here, still high up, right? In his 21 matches, taking 15 dubs there. And he did win every single week in December. So the losses you see there probably just send it down the losers or reset the grand finals or whatever have you. Whatever it takes, he still ended up victorious every single week. And wait a minute, this is a young buck out here. France,
the young blood,
tuning up the band for the next generation here. 17 years of glory. All right, Seojun ready to come through and make a big splash, hopefully shake things up and get rid of the 30+ hierarchy, or however old Rufus is, because he straight up said too old for this. So I'm gonna take that as a 30+, all right? But yeah, again, very, very solid win to loss match ratio, and here they are today, looking to put some extra money in their pocket, showcasing their skills for the world of PlayStation to see. And I love fresh faces. Whether it be to the scene in general or to a specific event, because there's players who've been out there, but they haven't really competed. Sign up and spread this greatness to the rest. So I'm excited to see what happens. And I saw Ivy there as the character choice. I don't see her too often nowadays, but I'm ready. I'm ready to feel the suffering. I just want to feel it in my body. Just dum, 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 dum.
You ready to summon the suffering?
An issue or two. I'm not gonna summon. I'm just gonna suffer watching it. I couldn't play Ivy if my life depended on it, man. So it's all good.
Hey, just to give a little bit of insight on Ivy in particular, right? This character is a zoner with a command grab, right? So normally a lot of the time you're like, hey, I want to come in on zoners, right? Like I need to be able to get in so that they can no longer zone me where they're their strongest. Well, it turns out that Ivy can actually grab you up close as well with the command grab and make your life even worse, because then it becomes a 50-50 mix-up afterwards. She's got a lot of tools to be able to do that. Her buttons up close aren't as strong, however, to compensate for this. It's pretty much the command grab that's the huge threat when she's up close, right? So whereas Kyiv has the revenge attacks, which is essentially armor. So if you don't have a move that does either 26 points of damage in a single hit, or if you don't have a low attack to be able to do very quickly, he is going to just run a train on top of you as quickly as possible.
All right, well, you saw as soon as things started, Kyiv running immediately in there. Big swing of the sword. AGA, the blue stuff, you already know. We got those frames every time. And pop that bubble. Wants to be close again. This is just terrorizing every single time. All right, Kyiv, man, chill out, bro. Chill out. All right, let the kids play. All right,
sometimes it's download. Sometimes it's download. The kids got that startup download speed.
Sure. Let's call it that. All right, another swipe.
Yeah, that's what I pretended.
Follow up. Yeah, scoop, flapjack. It's gonna add the little kick right there at the end, a little guaranteed. All damage matters. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so that was a 21-second round, then a 23-second round. Let's see what Keith's doing. We're playing the numbers. The data is for us and not for his opponent. But wait a minute, a swift kick to the skull. Shots, big arrows. Wait up. Okay, wake up. Maybe Soulcalibur needs to wake up. He's not a morning person. Oh no, wait. They're in EU. They're like 6 hours ahead. All right, hold on. I need to find a better excuse for the young kid, man.
Young kid's got a lot of meter to work with right now. Maybe. Oh, there finally is that command grab we've been talking about. Big damage. One more mix-up right here. It's going to be the mid. Great block from Keith, but unfortunately he is going to get opened up low. Trying to step right there. Luckily for Seojin as well. Going to be keeping all that bar here for the next round. That may prove pivotal.
Okay, wait, that was beautiful. He was just warming up his fingers just to get all the buttons in right now and going through the moveset to remind Keith of what he does. Tried to bait something down to wake up by, you know, taunting with that unblockable. But, yeah, gonna pop this. I don't want anything to do. Talk to me. Have a conversation. Let's get up close. You saw how quick that command grab came out last time. Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. He's just going to be just shy of ring out, right?
No, wait.
Yeah, okay.
Woo! Woo! That was scary.
Reverse? Shots. Oh, my goodness. No way. Yep.
Yeah, and he styled on him. Didn't even need the whole thing, but Seojin's like, hey, wait, man, come back. There's still so much I can learn. Running off the stage, blocks the low, stays on top of things, and just like that, yeah, Seojin just had to wake up. And that's all it was. Very, very close match, but the wall, and we all know Nightmare is synonymous with damage.
Yeah, some of the highest damage output that this game has to offer comes out of Nightmare when he has that Terror Charge buff on top of him. And now Seojin has to fight at the ledge here, getting flapjacked over to the other side. Gonna keep himself safe. Great step, but there's the summon. Another one? Oh my goodness, that one's unbreakable.
Yes.
What a jump over right there from
Young man reads. Okay. I'm convinced. All right, young man reads. I got you. All right, Seojin. Let me dial back the clock right quick. Let me make sure I watch what these 17-year-olds and.
Hey, those download speeds. What did I say? Download speeds.
Bro, the reads in abundance. They believe and have the confidence. That man stood in place, let Nightmare rush him, and then said, okay, and just took flight. And it was the right decision to have the optimal combo on deck ready to convert. And wow. What a turnaround. 3 straight rounds to secure game 1 from Seo. And wow, I'm convinced. Please, more of the same. We may have some new blood. You talked about passing the crown around, right? This looks like the perfect opportunity for Seojin to start the year off just right. And if he can ride this momentum, man, I'd love to see him go all the way to like Rufus or, to the final, depending on what happens to the bracket, to not discredit the other contestants.
Well, I mean, there's still a 3 out of 5 chance here for Keith. So, I mean, that was only one game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that first round looked indicative of the possibilities that Keith can present in terms of offensive pressure. I mean, Terror Charge didn't become a huge factor those last few games, and Seojin made sure of that, but I wonder if he can continue that streak. Right now, he's ensuring that's going to happen right there. The all-right to be able to stop the unblockable attack right there. Used a bit of bar to make it happen, but it's well worth it.
Touch me.
Oh. So much damage right there. You can never count Nightmare out of the game as long as he has a little bit of health left. He can make it work. Unfortunately, right there, gonna be able to catch the read on the reverse ledge and be able to knock Keith down 1 apiece in rounds.
Grab, pop. Sit down. Over here.
Oh, great duck.
Punish. Scoop.
That death? That's so much damage.
Yo,
Yep.
Yeah, that's okay. So I think Keith was taking the let the kids play a little too far, and he's had enough. It's like, hey man, I'm just trying to show you something, and then the kid styles on you. Yeah, that's what's happening here. So now Keith going deep into his championship bag. Wow, max range, perfect gauging of the distance back to the wall.
Oh, he's at the wall?
I mean, Seojin stays pretty poised, but I mean, come on. The guard meter, the chip damage, just everything working in Nightmare's favor right now.
Ooh, the big duff to finish that off right there. Unfortunately, the big whiff allowed for Kiev to be able to catch that, and we are now one apiece right here. Kiev fighting back. Seojin's still looking impressive though right there. I mean, you know, did take the round. It's just
retold.
You got to take more than one game in a round, right? Like, especially against Kiev, it can be incredibly difficult to deal with the raw damage output. He can have a life deficit at any point during this match, and that can just blow away. He can just take down your entire life bar and be like, oh yeah, I'm actually in the lead now, like in about 2 seconds.
I mean, they certainly got it right when they used terror as something to you know, make his moveset around it. Without question, one bar meter, or even without the meters, you can just get your terror charge active. It's like the character has levels, and you should certainly fear the higher ones. But he has those
oh, you notice the offensive structure right there from Seojin was specifically to stop the armored attacks right there, but eventually Kiev became privy to that and was like, okay, I don't need to use armor anymore. I can just interrupt you.
And you can just die in 15 seconds because I'm Kiev, and that's how I feel. And again, going back to the quick attacks, as you said. Easy punish for Kiev. Oh, okay. Letting out the entire string. He's trying to keep Kiev on his toes and show different levels of mix-up, but it's just not working. His man is getting juggled. He is just getting juggled. Flip kick, just bang, 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 bang. Nightmare making sure he doesn't skip a leg day, not even once. And yeah, Seojin in trouble here in game 3. This is pretty definitive one-player game. The wall isn't broken just yet, but I mean, I don't even think Kiev's gonna beat it at this point.
I think Kiev might not want to break the wall just yet. He wants to get that one hit on it just for the extra damage right now, because Seojin's looking a bit healthy still. You know, needs to make sure the biggest amount of damage can happen right there. Okay, gets caught to the low. Now it's mix-up potential. He still has that terror charge on deck. The duck under the highs. Oh, trying to jump over a low there, but no dice. Is going to have to interrupt on this one, but there's the drill, and that's going to finish it off.
Just
yep. That drill, man. That drill.
It's just so demoralizing. You just see it in you, and it just takes all of your health. And if the resources aren't there on top of it, I mean, it's ridiculous. And Ivy was sure to hit the wall there as well. Like it was all bad. It was real bad. I would actually take some time at the character select screen here, even though they're getting right into it. You know, free your mind, chill out, because this momentum, it's a roller coaster, and it hasn't stopped to go back up yet. It is just descent, and I don't think anybody wants to be on a roller coaster that's for 30 seconds. All right, that's imminent death and anxiety times 200,000 as he picks up exactly where he left off in game 2. It's just a flurry.
Yeah, a lot of lows again here from Seojin. Want to make sure to stop those revenge attacks if you possibly can. Oh, tried to press a button just a little bit too early and still got the vertical to connect. Unfortunately, gonna have to deal with the mix up there, and yeah, maybe just a bit too difficult to deal with as Kiev is gonna take that round. Got the dead trap. Okay, no tag is the bane for Seojin right there. So that's going to give the terror charge back to Kiev. He uses it on that block string there. Already on life support right here. And then there's the throw.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if he was just teasing him right there, just walking around his body the entire time, trying to think something out in particular. But yeah, another punch here. Nothing I can duck up the throw, little headbutt. I mean, that's a pretty sharp horn, right? You just get that pierced through your midsection. I think anybody's gonna lay down on that opportunity. So again, Kiev just business as usual. Last opportunity here. Okay, there's a start. Nice follow-up.
And was able to get the unblockable, but now has to deal with this terror charge possibility. The AG is gonna hit. Okay, nice block on the flapjack right there to keep away from the pressure. The whip punish. It's got a opportunity at mix up right here. Gets the command grab. That should kill. Caught him stepping. Yeah, normally we've seen Keeve just kind of duck that, right? Been ready for it. Oh, man, tried to step the reverse ledge, but reacted just a little bit too late. Saojin's still going to win the rock, paper, scissors war, get a bit of extra damage on that. But Keeve, relentless, never giving up regardless of what you take from him.
All right, here we go, big time trouble. Yeah, answer back to soul charge of their own. Saojin, watch your legs. I need all of this. Come talk to me, all right? I need you to, there's a meeting, and this time Keeve gets away from it. That could have been close to certain death, but the unblockable's not gonna work. Gonna get scooped off the ground, and yeah, gonna water down in the loser side of things is Saojin as Keeve, unsurprisingly enough, took a game to try to, you know, crank the engine up, and then it was just a flat-out steamroll. No surprise there, but it is not the end of Saojin. We'll be seeing him again as well, hopefully. That match will likely happen off, but let's take a look at these replays, man. Very cute sequence at the beginning, coming back from being down 2 rounds, but I mean, after this sequence, there was just nothing left in the tank for Saojin.
Yeah, I mean, Ivy used to have one of the strongest reverse ring out potentials in the entire game, and then they did take that away. And I mean, but regardless of that, I mean, look at that composure, look at the recognition, the read from what the situation could have been to be able to get that jump over. And then you started to notice Keeve was like, okay, so I know what strings you're going to now. That's a high. I can duck this and get a free punish on these. A punish with the drill right there. So much extra damage thanks to having that terror charge. And, you know, the unblockable, just knocking him out before the unblockable can show up. And that is why Keeve is going to be moving on. So, 2 of our favorites for this bracket right now, Rufus and Keeve, moving on to the winners. On the other sides, though, they're going to be fighting Hanya and Freaky Sound. They're going to have to take out either of the Talums to meet each other, or maybe the Talums trying to meet each other for that mirror match in the upper bracket final.
Yeah, then down in the lower bracket, you just have a blood wrath of France, well, everything, as they're going to scratch and claw to see who represents as they get deeper into the bracket. Rufus or Hanya will be advancing to the winners finals, so down in the winners semi-final will be the other non-French native for the bracket. Up until then, it's just going to be madness all over. I mean, look at that, 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, 3-2. What more could you ask for in terms of variety and gameplay? And Rufus and Keeve, unsurprisingly, looking as dominant as ever. Maybe up for another date, man. You know, these two just, they probably shake hands. Hey, I'll see you next month. Yeah, I'll see you next month. Winners finals? Yeah, winners finals. Grand finals? Maybe, we'll see. But Rufus, just probably still the pick. Definitely looked the strongest out thus far and has not dropped a game. Let's see if he'll be able to continue that dominance. But in the meantime, make sure you check out compete.playstation.com. Get set up. Do it for free, either from the website or your console, and maybe we'd be telling your story. With that being said, take some time during this short break. We'll be right back with more of the December finals for the EU Monthly Soulcalibur 6 Open Series.
Let's cut right to it!
Right on cue, speak it into existence, and it shall be. Close your eyes, don't get blinded by the light. Cry Wolf, 2 touches, and there it is, tournament champion.
PlayStation.
And we are back here for more Soulcalibur action on the EU side of things for the PS4 Tournaments Open Series. We went through a couple of crazy sets so far. We've seen a lot of Talon play, maybe, you know, I don't know if I'd say upsetting our bracket, but definitely putting a monkey wrench in some of people's picks, right? So, I mean, you guys can check that right here in the bracket. So, Rufus, Hanya 90, Freaky Sound, and Kiev, 2 Talons, and then our 2 returning champions in Rufus and Kiev coming out.
Yeah, I mean, no secrets, no surprise. I kind of find it hard to use like upsets and the like when like a monthly final, right? Everyone who's here is supposed to be here. So when we say that, you know, just take it lightly because we're just crowning and giving the people their flowers while they can still spend on other people who have won. But almost anybody is capable, and it's gonna be a fun ride when the throne is definitely taken away if that time ever comes again. I don't know. I want to know what you think. So we got the poll up. Please, please, please let us know. What do you think is going to take this? It's going to be returning champion, back-to-back, all of that. I'm too old. I don't know what this. I do this for money, blase, blah, Rufus. Or is Hanya going to come through and the Talon train continue on as we have multiple Talon players on each side of the winner's semifinal? Who would you like to see that? Talon winners finals? I don't think there's enough,
I mean, the chat apparently wants to see at least one Talon in it because it's Hanya 90 at 56% over Rufus.
Wow.
Our reigning king champion, God King, whatever you want to call him.
Rufus losing a poll? What is happening here? This is not... Okay. You know what? Maybe they know something we don't. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to mind my business. And let me make sure I click Rufus in that poll next time myself. Just let me pull that up. All right, cool. I'm ready.
You're going against the chat. I see you.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, so you guys have spoken. You want Hanya 90 over Rufus, or at least you expect Hanya 90 over Rufus. We're probably going to be seeing the Talon versus Taki. These are 2... I guess you could say acrobatic characters in a way. You know, they're acrobatic in different ways. Talon is more of a high flyer, whereas Taki is kind of, you know, a little more grounded in the approach to the acrobatics. But both are kind of in the face and really trying to make their offensive pressure count. They really fight each other up close. That's, I feel like, where the majority of the game is going to be played. I know we saw a lot of spacing situations from Rufus in the first set, but Hanya is going to be looking to negate the spacing game, right? Going to be looking to try and get in there as quickly and as safely as possible.
I don't know. I just feel like it's just time. Let's just run up and let's just press all the buttons. I mean, Rufus is clearly about any 0 to 100 style. And Taki players can also be in your face as well. So I think Rufus is comfortable with that. And because of the comfortability of being that close, this won't be too crazy. I just think it's going to be a lot of respect. And like, I know that you know that I know.
We'll see how it is right here. Coming into game number 1 already. Rufus with the pressure going on. Hanya trying to find his way out with the guard impact. Okay, yeah, we haven't seen a lot of guard impact as an answer to Rufus's strings just yet. And I mean, even in previous months, it doesn't happen too often, but already wind bearer off of Solemn. No health regen. The lethal hit, big damage, big meter gain for Rufus. Already at the wall. There's the throw escape, but it's gonna go down here.
Yeah. Nothing doing there. Shot. Okay, I got you, man. I got you, please. He's already dead.
Stop! He's already dead.
There you go, right on top. Touching the legs. Oh, and lets the RE go. Would rather play the mind game instead of the cancel here, and go for good reason. Nice follow-up, and the reward much bigger than the risk, it seemed. Jumps over, gets out of there safely, right back in. You take these taunts, baby, just all type of everything. And Rufus in trouble. I mean, it looks good, right? Playing some defense, but you can only hold on so long, no matter who you are. if you have the greatest defense in the universe, you will eventually get opened up if all you are doing is being forced to block.
And you're just gonna get stuck into those situations where you're forced to block quite often with one of these two characters. Oh, actually, I think could have gotten a ring out there if it wasn't just out of range. Oh, but there it is. Watch your toes. The shoes are scuffed. You're at the bottom of the mountain at this point. Rufus.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that was foul. Just a little shin check, and just cost you the round. I think the life bar went away faster than the ring out itself. But here's a lethal hit. Pop. Take it to the skies. Boom. Second time. Talk to me nice. Oh my god. It runs up with the CE. Catches Rufus with the same exact idea, except a less priority button.
How did my dance look?
Not going to be enough with the light
that's
lead,
gonna...
but sitting on another bar meter still has more resources to blow.
Yeah, luckily it also allowed for the heal to hopefully put Hanya into a better position. Gonna be able to get the hit right here. Soul Charge is gonna come out. Is that gonna splat? Just goes over it. No splat on that one. Still gets the pressure going. Soul Charge comes out from Rufus. Doesn't want to deal with it.
She definitely wasn't. This is a real ninja we're talking about here, all right? You just say, leave this place. Want nothing to do with you. I'm just chilling, man. Soul Charge, gotta clear this up and over. Listen, bro, when the Soulcalibur Olympics comes, bro, you with the long jump. I know Mina and Keelik are like the easy picks, but don't sleep on Taki, all right? She definitely...
Well, those two are the pole vault.
Oh, yeah, the pole vault, excuse me, yeah. What's the joint with the bar where you run and you just do the little hop over the bar? Whatever that one's called, put her in there, all right? And I still like Keelik them. They can still get up. They can use it. No big deal.
I mean, yo, okay,
I want to make this happen, bro.
I feel you.
I want to make this happen. I need the Soulcalibur Olympics, bro. I want to see it. That would be like hilarious content. Somebody make it.
So, what, Nightmare and Astaroth are like the shot put or something, you know?
Oh no, free. Yeah, free. Yo, Asta? No, come on, bro. He literally has the little spin move, but just imagine him in shot put. He would definitely win for free. Oh, and Aswell's banned from all the games. Anyway, coming up top, getting into game 2 here. Whips the wind cannon, goes under the dunk that time. I mean, this is just real acrobatic stuff here. It's almost like these players have a read on each other. It's like, I know you're going to do this move, so I'll do this one. Nothing's going to happen, but we're both going to be safe here. And we'll live to fight another neutral.
Well, I mean, neutral is going to be played up close and personal this entire time. So, there's the counter hit right there. That's going to allow for that break attack to connect. Gets the full combo on that one. First round for Rufus. And where you would normally see Talum be incredibly strong at the up close game, it's starting to look a lot more difficult for Hanya.
Foul.
Double seal.
Foul. All right, little feint there, little half of wind cannon. I mean, you can't react to that cancel because it's so fast, but by the time you realize that the wind was there, you may freeze up, right? A little delayed reaction because we are, in fact, human, and that's how some of the things work. So, Hanya just staying on top of everything, and the run-up throw. Wow, Rufus actually commanding respect, being super offensive. Jump mix-ups galore, and a little toe tap. So we got the shin check and the toe tap. Rufus working all the lower sections of the body parts here.
Yeah, it is a mid-low string, but unfortunately she also has a low off the jump, so Hanya was unfortunately guessing incorrectly. The wake-up kicks is actually going to stop the pressure right there. Goes for the roll, but okay, there's the interrupt from Hanya. Keeps the pressure on, gets big damage thanks to that soul charge. The wind cannon, not dead, but on life support.
Yeah, you might as well just die. That's one of those situations where it's like, okay, I'm not going to come back from this. Let me just take the hit and reset in the next round.
Pull the plug at me at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Rufus does have the 2 bars, though.
To give. Nice interruption of the stance there. Can't block while active in that. Sidestep. I'm here first. Playing dangerously near the corner now. Beautiful sequence down side. Like, people just living their lives down there, and then someone just falls off a cliff. Yeah, you'd hate to see it.
Oh, you might? Okay,
wow.
No, never mind.
Yo, the air
Oh, you might see it now?
Oh my god, the robbery! Yo, Rufus with the air control to avoid imminent death on the last mix-up, only to wake up straight into lethal hit launch, and the life bar was like, it was
She had almost full health.
It's gone. Just like that, you know, Rufus.
Welcome to the stage of history.
Your
retold.
gameplay is disgusting, and I love it in a good way. It's so good. I just you play your position, right? You talked about earlier in the tournament how if you're fighting against Aswell, right, and his back is to the wall, you might want to look out for that muscle buster, right? But in that position with the side and so many different ways to get a launch or a push or a quick shin check, it was the lethal hit, the most unlikely of the quick moves. And because of the lethal hit, you got launched, which led into the free ring out, man. It's just one of those like head scratches. Like I can't believe I gave up that round, which in tune cost you the game, putting you down 0-2. It's, oh my god, the damage done to the mental must be insane.
Well, I mean, it's got to keep that composure, got to make the comeback, right? Because Talon is a character who gets reversal edge happy quite often due to the fact that she can cancel the reversal edge. So sometimes you're going to have one of those games where your reversal edge just gets blown up like that, and then you got to come back like this. Hanya, not letting it phase him, goes under the high, trying to take this round right now. Does exactly that.
Battle 2. Fight.
Okay, Oos. Coming back up top. Pretty simple, staying towards the middle of the stage now. This is something you like to see, especially when you've caught some ring outs that weren't quite the most acceptable. Another sidestep, lethal hit, follow up, launch, bow. Gonna max out on the damage, stay on. Oh my god, a bit risky here. Rufus coming in. Now a wall to the corner. Both opponents just sidestepping, going around and round the circle of fate. Nice backstep. Oh, wind cannon. Oh, at the wall? I wonder if he could have went over in that situation. I don't know. Okay, you're doing flips and all of these acrobatics near the corner, and I'm just getting just anxious time and time again. But very, very solid round from Hanya, who stays grounded and is able to just take advantage, beating him the old-fashioned way.
Kind of get that plus frames right there. I mean, yo, gotta, wow, so many A+ Qs. Look at the guard damage. Went immediately from perfectly fine to the yellow. That's the caution sign. Guard damage is a ton. Goes under the highs right there. Great movement from Hanya. Is that a... Okay, I thought maybe that was a ring out for just a moment right there.
Yeah, Hanya looking exceptionally strong here in this stage. There's a Superman push to open things up. And so much damage. Look at the red bar in the throw here. Nice back tech, excuse me. But it may not be enough. It's too little too late. Look at the chip damage. Everything is just adding up. Great usage of the soul charge there. Okay, you're ridiculous. The jump over the fireball into the ground splat to avoid the follow-up mix-ups. Okay, Hanya, you have to style like that. You didn't have to style like that. Not going out 3-0. That was a beautiful sequence. It saw Talon firing it up. She's like, nope, gonna flip, splat. All right, I'm here. Oh, you're doing your thing. That's cute. I'll be with you shortly. All right, stands up and just comes through and closes the round now. Oh, that made me feel good. That's one of those things you don't see often.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
I think it was a bit deliberate to lay on the ground right there from...
yeah, absolutely.
I think it was Hanya. Yeah, Hanya, because the string was coming out from Rufus, wanted to be able to stay away from it, right? So just stays on the ground, waits and sees, and then if the whiff happens, you can either punish or at the very least get your turn back rather than just being on the defensive,
Correct.
right? Taking the game, keeping alive right now, looking at... you said it yourself. That match, in particular, was incredible for Hanya. Looked so strong.
Yeah, I wonder if the bigger stage in that situation like made a difference. Because, you know, up
We're gonna
top...
find out.
Yeah, here's another, like, more expansive. You have the weird corners here, but no one cares about that. Lethal hits hit you on every state of the plane.
Ooh, lethal hit
Cut him
off
up.
with a side step right there. Yeah. Okay, double seals. Get closer. Okay, got the lethal hit condition ready.
Yo, this is dominating. Your armor, I will have it. All of it, please. Thank you very much. One player game. This is a breakdown of the lethal hit mechanic in Soulcalibur 6. There's so many different conditions you can fulfill in order to gain armor breaks and additional damage, as Rufus is so eloquently putting on display.
That possession throw is going to connect right there for the little extra damage. A lot of people like to tech the other possession throw because that one does more damage than the Boston Crab there. Okay, got the counter hit right now. Finally got a bar to work with. But, oh, great whip punish right there from Rufus. Gonna get the throw. No, it gets teched. That's gonna force the soul charge out of Hanya. I mean, if Hanya takes the round, that's great, but the bar is gonna come back if Hanya loses at the same time. So,
Yeah.
tries to get that health back with the wind bearer and is doing exactly that. Already in the life lead, caught the step, no kill on the run counter. That's gonna force the soul charge. And now it's up to Rufus to be able to catch the no tech, the plus frames there. Trying to catch him running, and there it is, the soul charge specific string. Hanya was not ready for that to come out, tried to press a button, and unfortunately got counter hit before it could happen.
Yeah, crazy. Right? Early in the tournament, we saw Hanya taking advantage of soul charge specific strings and the mix-ups were normally high after this top of barrage, but the soul charge giving her the mid, giving Talon the mid to close things out. Right back at you. I don't think it's just a lack of knowledge, because all of these players definitely know the game in and out, but just something you're not ready for and not expecting, as Rufus only gave that string out during the one look. Oh boy, held that stance a little too long.
Oh wow, very surprised right there. Actually held the whole RE. You know, Taki can hold that to become a break attack, and then it'll impact counter the reversal edge. I mean, you know, gotta fight back as much as possible though, because that guard bar is flashing. So just like you said, a good defense is the best offense, or best offense is the good defense, right? Doesn't want to get guard broken.
Oh, whatever one works. The one where you don't block and you press the buttons. There you go. This one right here. As Hanya gets on the board and tying at 2 games apiece. Oh, excuse me, that was their first round. Wow. And Rufus is even settling in a bit better than I thought in this 4th game.
Yeah, looking real strong right there. I mean, Hanya was able to prey upon the fact that Rufus did not want to get guard broken. Oh, and now preying upon the fact that the spacing was just barely off right there. Catching the string as well, sidestepping the vertical, ducking the high, getting the guard break right there. Huge damage. I cannot believe the comeback there from Hanya.
Wow. You know, is it just me, or did that last hit of the animation have a little more just oomph on it? It just felt like it did more than usual. It was like an exclamation point. Wow. Into the lethal hit, follow up immediately, and Hanya looking just ready.
Definitely prepared for Hanya right now. Got the throw right here, already above a half life lead. Oh my goodness, guts reigns for Rufus, forcing the soul charge. This is the most offensive I've seen Rufus in a very long time. Great adjustment for the combo right there. Trying to carry the roll.
Yeah, pretty ugly juggle there, but again, an excellent whip punish to follow up, and Rufus not out of this just yet. Doesn't get much from the soul charge, but has another bar at their disposal if necessary in his final round. And there's a lethal hit to set it off. Pop! Second extended damage? No, we're setting up for the mix-up.
Oh, one more possible bad situation right there. It ends up being the lethal hit throw! Thanks to the fact that Rufus had the seals ready. Oh my goodness. Normally you would tech the Boston Crab throw. Or excuse me, that you normally would tech the lethal hit throw, and you would let the Boston Crab hit you because it's less damage. But I guess maybe because that was the most obvious choice to tech, Hanya was like, okay, I'll go to the one that's not as obvious, and it ended up just not working out right there.
Very, very unfortunate sequence, unless you like suplexes, because that was a sick belly to belly there from Taki to close things out. Early on, it was the Rufus show, right? We thought this was going to be another blowout, just handled very easy, just, you know, mix-ups galore, making all the right decisions on low health bars right here. Just a fantastic escape. I don't know how Rufus didn't get the ring out there, but that aerial control just masterful into the read on the GI to get the lethal hit launch for the kill. And then there was a stage swap, and Hanya came alive. I mean, this performance here was nothing like we've seen them play throughout the entirety of the Open Series so far for this monthly finals. And for a minute there, Rufus looked to be on the ropes, trying to fight back. Opened up here, good clutch situations. We saw some more lethal hits We saw that we saw that sequence that you just thoroughly enjoyed here, where Rufus was straight up not allowed to play the game, not allowed to escape, just put on punishment. A grown man, you hate to see it, but I don't know, man. Down to the wire with everything on the line. Not trying to see a decisive game 5. Scoop! It's so beautiful. What a sick animation, man. And Rufus moves on into the winners finals and into the money. It's gonna walk home with no less than 3rd place dollars.
I mean, Hanya is the first person since Kyiv to make Rufus bleed as much as that, right? I definitely believed that Hanya could have won that entire set. It was totally possible, in my eyes at least, right? Absolutely. Unfortunately, loses bracket now, and we are going to see if the other Talum is maybe going to put a monkey wrench in what we know and love as our usual winners finals, right? Which is going to be Kyiv versus Rufus, if that would be the normal thing. However, we have Freaky Sound versus Kyiv, and we have a poll up in the chat too. We want to know, who do you guys think we're going to win? Unfortunately, you didn't have the correct pick on the Hanya 90, you know, but maybe versus Freaky Sound or Kyiv, depending on what's going on right there. Let me know in the chat. How do you guys feel?
Man. Hold on. I'm not going to tell them. I'm just going to cast my vote. All right.
Oh, nice. Nice. 69% for Kyiv right there.
I'm not surprised, man. We did the same thing anyway. I think it only takes one set to convince the people. But that one a little more favorable for Kyiv than I'd imagine. I'd presume that Freaky Sound, anybody who has like the high drama and escapes through skin to teeth usually gets like the power up, and then people believe in them. But no, I guess Kyiv as a roadblock is a role that the fans and the viewers are comfortable seeing him in, and maybe he'll continue to be so for everybody else on his path to Kyiv versus Rufus number 80,000. All right, it's the saga that we love to see, but Rufus has had the upper hand lately, so we'll see how things go.
Yeah, I think first we got to talk a little bit about the first match though, which is after we saw Rufus bleed a little bit, we've seen Kyiv bleed before. It wouldn't be the first time for that to happen, right? For him to not even make it to grand finals. So with the way that we saw Freaky Sound just a little bit ago recently in the match versus B-Boy Skyzo, who was someone who defeated Kyiv, this match is absolutely a toss-up, right? Because Freaky Sound already taking out somebody in B-Boy Skyzo, who is, you know, somebody who took out Kyiv, and I think just looks phenomenal in the previous match.
It's rough. We haven't seen Kyiv get less than 3rd place, so losing here would definitely be surprising. However, I don't know if it's enough, man. Nightmare Train is too strong, and I don't know if it was canon or the way it worked, but in the match against Seojin, every single round, Kyiv got stronger and stronger and stronger, and then it just got out of hand. So let's see, maybe winning the first match in the set is just, you don't want to do that. Maybe you just want to trade blows back and forth. I don't know what the strategy is, but it seems the longer it goes, the stronger Kyiv gets, and bow, right on cue. Sleeper.
I mean, it hasn't even gone on long, and it's already starting out real strong for Kyiv right now. Impact counter, so much damage off the throw right now. Caught the low from the steps, the whiff punish, finishing it off right there with the mix-up. Hey, look, it maybe no longer takes the longer amount of time for Kyiv to get started. Maybe he's already just revved up.
Oh my goodness, bro. That's half health gone in 10 seconds. Oh, goodness. Scoop. Everything just working. Okay, there's a hit. All right, so Talum does in fact fight back. There's the flip over, looking for the extended run. Big miss to turn it up, and okay, not laying down. Maybe Freaky Sound needed to wake up too. Wait a minute. Maybe this is intentional for dramatic impact, and Freaky Sound. And you know it, get red. Oh, okay. No. I see what we're doing. Okay, Freaky Sound, I see you, right? I see you.
using the break attack to crouch under the AGA, get the hit, and finish off that round. Incredible read right there from Freaky Sound. There's the interrupt, fighting at the ledge right now, and yeah, that's why you see the soul charge from Kiwi. He wants to keep you there. He wants to be able to ring you out. But great awareness right there from Freaky Sound. He was able to get away, but only for so long.
Yo, you mean to tell me that was just one terror charge, one soul charge? Okay, I got you. I get it. Nightmare hurts.
Wow, some of the highest average damage output in the game.
That was a grip, singular hit, sidestep and a slam. Wow, it's a quarter of your health. Crunch. Okay, what's up?
Oh.
That just looks so not plausible. Talib mounting Nightmare, yeah, right. How about the launch, though? I can certainly believe in that with those wind-powered tonfas, an uppercut for the ages. And wait a minute, okay, this is what I'm talking about, right? The back and forth. Let's slug it out. You gotta stay in there against Keeve, man. And Freaky Sound definitely showing improving right now that he's certainly capable of doing so.
Got the hit right there, and that's gonna ring out. Finish it off. Keeve. Okay, first game. That was, I mean, it was close. It's just sometimes you get rug out. That's Soulcalibur, right?
He just booted her. It was just so bad. Okay, I guess so. I guess Nightmare didn't want to go the full 5 rounds. He said, all right, enough of this. I'm not dealing with this. Where's the protagonist so I can kill them? Boots? To get little Talib out the way. It was fun while it lasted. Just treated her like a little play toy and just didn't want anything to do with it after a while. It's really, really devastating to lose a round that way. You got hit twice. A single hit and then bow, kick, and you were dead. That hurt to watch. It really did. Let's see if there's more of the same. Or, you know, I can't even really fault Freaky Sound. You played that as good as you could. So let's try not to be shaken up by it and then just keep it moving. Game 2.
Yeah. Sometimes the adjustments aren't big, right? Sometimes the adjustment have to be little by little, unfortunately, because, you know, the matchups are pretty close. Gonna be able to duck on his throw there.
Slice.
Ari gets blocked.
Looking for the flapjack. No scoops available. And caught like the tip of his knee armor while he was mid-air in that situation. You love a good hitbox.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was probably gonna say the exact same thing, actually.
You know exactly what time it is. Here's the jump back step and just out of range. Speaking of hitboxes, I mean, when you have blades on the tail end of those tonfas, man, it's just, oh my god. And again, the distance. Talib using her acrobatic movement to escape everything. This time sidesteps into the flapjack. Gonna get scooped, walking towards the water, and wow, okay, everything is just working for Freaky Sound. They just know.
Oh, that was super smart from Keeve right there. The second he saw the reversal edge, he knew that it had to be canceled, otherwise it was going to be a ring out. And even if you cancel it, as long as that Keeve does a horizontal, it can still be a ring out.
Oh, nice mix up a little too early. Couldn't grab the stand-up frames there.
Okay, duck under the green. Try A. He's going to be able to put close to the ledge here. Yeah, fighting back. Okay, the throw. And I didn't even know that throw rug out. I did not know that throw rug out.
Yeah, I know the one thing we wouldn't see for sure in that situation was any RE setups. So I knew Freaky Sound would stay just solid as possible and everything. Great adaptation, great adjustment. No, I'm not going to get a ring out here. It's just not happening. No. Definitely going to tech that forward. Oh, no.
Big horse. Oh, goodness. Look at how much damage that did. Oh, God.
Bro, that did equal health on both sides of the gut spar, bro. Oh, what is that damage, bro? Like 80,000? Something like that? Anyway, getting a little 2K in there. Add tech on every bit of damage because it all counts, alright? Terror Charge is active. Stands up median to the active frames with the back twist here. Tampa turns, all right. Slow attack.
Excuse me? He just dumped her out of the air. She was jumping, and Nightmare just punched her.
Are you cheating? Yeah, we love a good hitbox, right? We love it.
Oh, man.
Curtains.
Yeah, that was looking real strong for Freaky Sound for just a moment there, you know, able to make it happen. But as soon as Keeve was able to just punch her out of the air, which I was, again, not ready for.
Welcome to the
I was looking for an
stage of
item or something I may have had in my room where I could just swing it and feel as powerful as Nightmare does, or just, hey, you know, I have a problem and it jumps at me, just punch it and see if that will, you know, make life much better. But I think the Soul Edge is required for that one as we go into the next game. Keeve just getting all of the best of the uncommon sequences, right? The things that really shouldn't happen, or you're not expecting it. I would say unexpected is a better word for it. Being on the winning end of those in fighting games is one of the greatest blessings that Okubo could lay on you, and you continue to take that and ride that through the bracket because you need to react to anything. And at any given moment, you can just get punched out of the air.
Maybe gonna take a little bit less to the air at the very start, you know, not trying to deal with that. Oh, but the whip punish right there, activating the lethal hit. Tried to get the rest of the combo, but unfortunately dropped it. Just it's slicing out of the air now, not even punching anymore. It's like Keeve just has a million ways to stop Talum from jumping now.
Man, yo, Freaky Sound is OD. Freaky Sound, yo, he does not die. OD. I mean, for a 2-0 set, it certainly doesn't feel that way.
Ooh, big hit on that one right there. Gonna get the impact counter, allowing for the mix-up situation. Keeve is luckily able to weather the storm right there. Tech on the flapjack, but regular throw. Oh my God! There it is again. Every time Freaky Sound has tried jumping, it has just spelled curtains.
Yeah,
that is such a natural part of Talum's game plan normally. That, oh my goodness, are you saying you go ring out off that too?
What?
Yo,
nah,
Keeve is ascending the plains right now.
No, this is just bro. I don't agree. Foul, two fouls. No, something is not right here. Are we sure we're playing the game properly? Because Keeve is definitely.
Keeve consistently put himself in every position that would have been perfect for him to ring out. Sidestepping a vertical, getting the proper counter hit stun, knocking Freaky Sound out of the air 16,042 times.
I'm trying to count the sentences that we were able to get out in between ring outs. I think I can count them on one hand for all three of those ring outs because I just started with the gibberish after the second one. Can we just give him the money now? Because if that's the case, we don't have to play the rest of the tournament if this is what Keeve wants to do, all right? Because that was just a disgusting display of ring outs, and it feels bad, man. That's all I can feel right now is bad. F for sure.
I cannot believe how well Keeve used those ring outs to his advantage. It just was like, okay, I know exactly where I am on the screen. I know exactly what buttons do what. I apparently know exactly what my opponent is gonna do, and just made every possible ring out an opportunity.
Yeah, every single time. I mean, hello? Bye. Did you not want to play the game? I guess Keith thought it was a one-player game. Looking at the bracket, that sets up the winner's final special. Another month, another rematch. Rufus against Keeve, And getting the update down from the lower bracket, that's going to be the end of Seoljun, unfortunately. B-Boy Skyzo is going to take him out, and then it is Hanya taking on Skyzo, and Freaky Sound going up against Ganondorf.
Ooh, man, no matter where in the bracket you are not safe from Talim, apparently.
No, not today. Neither are you safe from France, because they are out here. All right, they are out here. Oh man, you love to see it. You got it, bro. Go ahead. I'm trying to recover. I don't know what to do after that display of regouts.
Yeah, well, I mean, we do have a France versus Russia winter finals, also one of the winners finals that we're pretty much used to at this point in the Open Series. If you followed us along, Rufus versus Kyiv for EU has pretty much just been the whole thing the entire time, right? But maybe somebody in the EU is looking at this broadcast and thinking, I could beat one of those guys. You can do so if you just go to compete.playstation.com. And, you can maybe qualify for one of these monthly final brackets and try your hand at some of these people who have just been making top 8 every single time. Maybe you can do it. Maybe you can win one of those prize pools. The top 4 monthly gets paid out. You just got to qualify for the monthly through the weekly event. So again, compete.playstation.com.
All right, with that being said, once again, we're going to give you time to do that. Get a snack, come right back. Top 6 returning to you after this short break, all right? You safe.
Let's cut right to it.
Right on cue, speak it into existence, and it shall be. Close your eyes, don't get blinded by the light. Cry Wolf, 2 touches, and there it is, tournament champion.
PlayStation.
Okay, I tried to sign up, but they told me I couldn't because I'm NA and I'm stupid, so don't mind me. Anyway, I hope some of you did, and we'll see you throughout the month of January for the Open Series, and hopefully at the end of this month, beginning of next month, whatever happens, we'll be seeing your name out here. Once again, compete.playstation.com, can't go wrong. Now, Ebonic, we're getting closer. Our winner's final stage is set, no surprises there, but I want everybody to strap in, because we are going through, baby. We are just going to give you match after match after match after match after match, and we are going to crown December's champion, all right? So let's take one more look at the bracket before we set it off. And Hanya 90 with the swift 30-piece on B-Boy Skyzo. You hate to see it, but that means we get to see more of Freaky Sound and Ganondorf back to back. I mean, this is tough, right? We're going to talk mentally. You've been in top 8s, you know, in the fighting games you play. I've been in top 8s. When you lose and you have to play the next match immediately, is there a underlying level of tilt that can sway your momentum in the direction you don't want against an opponent who is also the loser bracket mentality, lower bracket mentality, where like, okay, I cannot lose anymore. I got to kill my opponent. So one mistake and you kind of fall off the rails. How do you deal with that specifically?
You pretty much have no choice but to take it in stride, right? Like me specifically, just life experience has allowed me to take it in stride. Not everybody has that opportunity though, unfortunately, right? Like sometimes people get tilted.
Man, listen. No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say 2 players that we know can, take it in stride and come back and lose this bracket is this Rufus and Kiev, right?
Yes.
And that's going to be what's coming up in winners. We're going to see which one of them actually does have that ability, because one of them is going to have to go to losers bracket no matter what. Wow. And the chat is tied 50-50 on who is going to win right now in the poll.
That is okay. Wow. Okay. Chat is redeemed. We can't really fault one side or the other. I've been right with all my picks so far, and I don't know. My heart says Ganondorf. My mind says the other way. But
it's Key versus
Oh yeah. So, winners finals right now.
Winners finals.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Rufus.
Rufus. I mean, okay, look, Rufus, reigning champ, right?
Yeah.
Like winning maybe the most monthly Open Series finals for Soulcalibur 6 in EU. Well, I mean, maybe more, like, definitely more than anybody in NA, because there's been less repeat champions in NA, right? So,
you know what's crazy? I'm solely picking Rufus for no other reason than his demeanor. All right, so I don't care. I play because I need
breeze.
Yes, but I need money, baby, and I'm too old for this to begin with. So, with that being said, pretty evenly matched here, and I'm not surprised to see Kiev dominating out of the gate, but Rufus fishing for that ring out situation, Kiev having nothing to do with that. He knows better.
Yeah, you definitely got to watch out for Kiev at round start, because it is just the pedal straight onto the floor, going as quickly as possible. And I mean, okay, look, this is what we normally see from a Rufus versus Kiev match, right? Like, Kiev starts to dominate at the very beginning. This is somebody who's just, the opener is so strong. It's just so difficult to deal with. However, Rufus is somebody who exploits weaknesses very well, right? It takes some time to recognize what that weakness is, and I mean, it might be taking a little bit too much time as the lethal hit comes out.
Right back at you. Trying to work on that guard gauge while simultaneously checking Kiev's horizontal movement. But who cares about your little baby hits, Taki? I am swinging a sword that allows for grown man damage.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do at least 26 points of damage if you're Taki versus Nightmare, and even then, he still survives all of it. Oh, with the Glock stride. Okay.
And this ain't enough, baby. This ain't enough. Oos. All right. Look, little acrobatics, little uncharacteristically massaging the soldiers of Nightmare. I'm not sure he was quite fond of that. Instead, he tears up and a quick stomp. Hey, man, you gotta watch the toes, baby. You gotta watch the toes.
I just bought these shoes, but man, that might have been one of the fastest first games we've had all of today, actually.
I don't know.
Like, straight up. That might have been the fastest match.
Taki 100% does not pay for things. She's definitely shoplifter. I don't believe she bought anything on her person. Definitely stolen. But Nightmare doesn't care about the store or the shoes. He just wants terror everywhere. And it's just, I don't know. It's early. It's early. You know, 3 out of 5. That was definitely all Kiev, but other than the damage, you know, maybe he goes to more throws here, or just a bunch of lows. I don't know. All the armor placement has been great, and again, Taki, these single hits are just not going to be enough. Not the ones that Rufus likes to throw out so casually to deal with the terror charge, which is up and active from Rufus. Excuse me, from Key.
And I mean, Kiev is specifically looking for certain strings to come out of Rufus to either duck, step, or just punish afterwards, right? So I wonder if maybe Rufus is going to have to cut some strings short or anything like that. But, okay. Getting the turn back off the launcher. He's got the lively. He really just can chill, and that's exactly what he's doing. Just wait for Rufus to make a bad decision and then punish. That has been the whole game plan for Kiev that entire round. Wait for Rufus to pick the option and then just punish.
Huh? I just, all I hear is like I'm mesmerized. A lot of respect here and more patience from Kiev. Asking him to leave this place, but I don't think Nightmares follow the rules from anything or anybody. And guard gauge in big time trouble. Yeah, I mean, there's
so much damage.
You can put that in the book, baby. There's a horizontal that guard brings for you right there at AGA. Just a big swinging sword. Oh my God, not again. He was baited into that one.
Oh, big horse. Oh, that horse is huge.
Full charge. Oh. Hey, yo.
Okay, but just completely undeterred right there, regardless of the CE hitting. Rufus immediately pressing buttons on Wake Up, trying to push forward, and, you know, getting the punish off stuff. Whoa. A lot of damage, though, from Kiev. It's so hard to race this character in terms of damage. You just cannot.
No way.
I love that dash forward from Kiev after he knew he whipped the attack that would leave him open in that situation. Just getting out of Taki's range, where she just didn't really have much to do there other than, you know, take her turn or keep it safe. Especially with a back turn position. It's just very small things like that, right? It doesn't look like anything, but it's actually super smart and great utility from Kiev. Those are the things that separate the elites, you know, from the rest of us. So it's beautiful stuff there. As Kiev didn't care for the people who picked Rufus. It's just not at all. Say New Year, buddy. I know it's the December final, but we're playing it in January. And yeah, I had enough of this Rufus show. I'm ready to reclaim my throne. Now, we've seen reverse 3-0s, not on Kiev, and this is the winner side, so it isn't over, but it feels good to guarantee yourself at least top 2, and you'll be walking home with $300 or better. Every match counts, especially this deep in the tourney.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, once you get to the 4th place matches, every match is a $100 money match at that point, right? So, and also for Kiev specifically, he wants that bracket advantage. Once you get to the upper bracket finals the grand finals through upper bracket, you have a bracket set advantage over the opponent. You can lose more games than the opponent and be okay.
Oh, some whips here. Nothing too crazy. There's a bit of the drill, not quite the full. Oh my God, the impact on that swing was
relentless.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Okay, are you gonna let him play?
No!
Oh, okay.
What play? Check the back of the box, Casey. Have you seen the back of the box when you purchase this video game?
Nah, I'm a digital guy, man. I'm, PSN store. I'm in and out. I get the job done. But I'm pretty sure it says one player in there somewhere, and the special edition is gonna have Key's face on the cover next time out as he tries to relaunch after the Oki setup, AGA knockdown, stand up. I mean, all of these mix-ups are cute, but it's like you said, right? Trying to race him in damage is just so grossly not in your favor. You're gonna need a bit more than just combos.
Well, I mean, he's starting to catch a lot more of the steps from Keeve. He's more going to. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Great tech on the throw, because that would have been death.
If he can catch some steps, continue gaining these counter hits, all of that is a part of the recipe needed to match, blow for blow. Because Taki's gonna need, more hits than Nightmare does. But man, Keeve just isn't giving up anything, man. It's a no fun rule, man.
Well, I mean, Soul Charge is coming out. Oh, the Terror Charge drill is going to do so much damage. It may as well do as much of a super.
Hello? Yeah, see, that was... Keeve was feeling himself right there. That's all that was. He could afford to do that as a 3... That's three rounds of 3
Good lord!
Listen, there is no Soulcalibur 6 block on the AGDQ. Like I saw the whole schedule. I guess Keeve is looking to submit this, right? PlayStation Open Series, right? First place, 80%. Like, it's just trying to get the job done. You got it, bro. You want someone? I will pay Keeve this month if I need to, because that performance was absolutely ridiculous and absolutely dominating. No questions asked. Look at the replays and weep.
Look, I don't think we have seen Rufus have that much trouble. We've seen Rufus go to losers bracket, right? We've definitely seen that. We've seen Rufus, win from losers bracket as well. I don't know if we've ever seen Rufus get just demolished in a winner upper bracket set, though. Like, I just don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, you probably missed it if you blinked. You didn't see it at all. That was crazy. Full charge, just, getting hit by a CE that has GI on it. Just kind of like, it sucks, man. It just does so much damage. You got the normal throw. I mean, Keeve goes pretty deep in the move list when we're talking about mix-up and the opportunity that he throws. Yeah, man, just a 30-piece, just like that. 3-0, a body, no debate. It wasn't a gentleman's 30. It was a body bag. And Keeve sitting lovely on the winner's side of the grand final. The head honcho of the French Brigade here, who was qualified 6 of the 8 spots in December. That is definitely the story of the month. Will France be stopped? One French player remaining as Ganondorf survives. That was the pick I was going to make. I had the match lineup wrong, but he survived, and now it's going up against Hanya. So you have the last door, right? You have Ganondorf, you have Hanya representing Poland. The winner of that is going to play Rufus. And I don't know. Who do you got? I've got Ganondorf. Obviously, sometimes I vote with emotion, and that makes me stupid, but that's okay. It gives me heart. And so sometimes you can reason with me, and he plays as well. That character knows a thing or two about reason.
He's the voice of reason.
And that's all I needed to hear.
Well, so while the chat decides who they're picking, I personally am going to go pick Hanya on this one. As much as I love Ganondorf, as much as he has taught me about as well throughout the years of this game, Hanya not only just looks incredible throughout this entire tournament, but has just shown so much knowledge of strings and things like that, and being able to make Talim work even better through those strings. Plus, I feel like it's going to be really hard for Aswell to maybe pick up on the offense, right? To be able to stop that. 60% of the chat goes for that Ganondorf pick. So they're all with you. I'm the outlier here.
It's all good, man. But you said something that was really important, man. When you said years of this game being played, is really strong, man. Really, really happy for this community and its players who just, they want nothing more than for people just to simply play Caliber. That's it. And the fact that it's still going on, still going strong at this time in its lifespan definitely makes me exceptionally happy. So big shout out to the community there, to PlayStation as well, for hosting these things, man, and everybody putting in the work behind the scenes. You know, you may be unnamed in the greater scope, but you're putting in that work. All right, so keep it going as we get into losers semifinals here. Aswell versus Talon. No surprise. Look at the RP, man. Look at these gamers, bro. Tryhards out here with all these points, man.
Hey, some people liked ranked quite a bit. You know, they're willing to sit through as much ranked as possible. I think you're somebody who understands that.
Oh yeah, I understand it quite well. If you pay attention to another game in the Open Series here. Anyway, Muscle Buster to start things off. I only play ranked. Going on.
But yeah, okay. So depending on the way Ganondorf plays the weapon game, is how Ganondorf is going to be able to deal with the fast buttons of Talon. We talked about it in a previous match. Ganondorf has to get his weapon started up to get the speed. If he can get his weapon started up, he'll be able to fight just fine up close. But if he can't do that, might be a problem.
Might not need to, just stay on top of things. And a great delay there after the roll, not standing up into that throw. Beautiful guards here, and this is gonna break through. Still her turn.
Oh, the 4-4-B, just getting the spear toss to be able to stop Hanya's wind bearer stance.
When I tell you, I saw that spear setup in slow motion. I mean, he lined that up with the cinematic beauty of like an Oscar winner, bro. That was just bow. You knew it was gonna hit. It was so lovely set up. Ganondorf, right place, right time, and the perfect call as we pull up on the lethal hit. More extensions. Another GI right after getting called out. Yo, imagine getting the read while you're plus. Feels good. Everything just working. You know your opponent, what they're gonna do before they even do it. Oh yeah, that's some serious mind games right there.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's just incredible from Ganondorf, being able to GI when he is the one at advantage. He's like, yeah, I know you're going to press buttons despite the fact that I'm at advantage. I'm going to blow you up for it. Soul Charge from Hanya, getting that wind bear, so if he's able to get the moves off, he can actually get that health back and definitely change the life deficit.
Looking for that quick hop. All right, yeah, just avoids all of that with a quick roll of the ground. Pay attention to your Oki options. You can certainly learn a thing or two from Ganondorf as we get the full body stretch right there. Talon pretty flexible as is, but Aswell always believes that there could be more.
I don't care how flexible you are. If you get hit by Muscle Buster, it is going to hurt. I don't know anybody that takes that normally. All right, listen. That's too much. You fall from like 40 feet in the air directly into the
It's just a little crunch, you know, a reasonable crunch. He just wants to get you right. You know, he's trying to put humanity back on track. Without his teachings, they would be lost. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't hurt as bad as you. Okay, I give up. I can't carry this.
Look, I don't know if that was as fast as Keeve's first game, but that was definitely one of the faster first games that we've seen, for sure, without question.
Maybe it's the Soulcalibur 6 Open Series co-op 80% speed run, and Ganondorf is coming up the back end with this. Nice mix up. Oh, that was beautiful. Just outside the range, but then Ganondorf going to it again. If at first you don't succeed, well, you know the rest. All right, as Hanya tries to just stay on top, and be surprised if Ganondorf doesn't play the ring out game here. That's such a big life deficit.
One of the only ways he was going to be able to make up that life deficit, gets kicked in the face instead, kicked off all the way into the forest.
So disrespectful. Little Psycho Crusher to make his way in towards the wall. Spear. All right, picks up a little damage from the roll. Doesn't need full wall. Catching the jump back. Wow, that was not a traditional combo, but Ganondorf able to pick up and squeeze some more damage out of it into a resetting position.
Yeah, luckily if Beyblade hits the opponent in the air, it actually sends them behind as well. Ganondorf playing this character basically since release, right? So, I mean, just ready for it.
All right, how about when Beyblade just hits you up front? There's a stand-up. Nice duck under. Recognition just there, and Ganondorf is just on point all the reads. A little late for the whip punish, but we've seen him blow that up before.
There's all the ducks right there. He's going to be able to take his turn back. Oh, the muscle buster.
Oh,
He's
boy.
close to the wall.
Oh, you're definitely gonna get that. No, just shy. Oh, the teleport out. All right, styling a little bit. You know, why walk back when you can just use the power of disappearance?
Oh,
Full
there's the
animation.
mix-up.
There's another stretch, and if you didn't catch it the first time, here is a replay of wonderful value to every Aswell player around the planet. Again,
Yeah,
it's one of the better round-ending moves. You see it so much, and you would think to look for it, but with the mix-ups available in Aswell's kit, you know, tried and true seems to get the job done more than often.
Oh no, at the wall, big damage right here. That's the Aswell staple. Gonna soul attack. This is the exact same thing we saw him do versus Freaky Sound. Yep, there it is again. The exact same sequence of events, KP.
Hey, listen, man, I told you sometimes with all these mix-ups, tried and true just gets the job done. And right on cue, Ganondorf, listen, man, when you know, you know. But I guarantee... What?
Oh my goodness, he died for that!
Did you not want to win there, Ganondorf? Oh, okay. No, you know what? Ganondorf just has an itch for the dramatic, man. I promise you. This guy just loves to be in heart-wrenching situations, 3-2s, all the time as we go to the final game, final round of game 2. There's a soul charge pop, and Hanya has the never say die attitude, always just finding a way to make these comebacks.
Back into Axe Stance, gonna be able to catch the step right there. Another muscle buster, that should finish it off.
Come on, you know what time it is, baby. It's the end of the health bar. What else is Ganondorf gonna do? You know?
Didn't even use bar.
Unnecessary. You have someone who loves being in final round, final game situations, and someone who loves to make comebacks, and you get a wonderful match like this. Yes, it's 2-0 in favor of Ganondorf, but not by the ease of anything. These are very, very small margins and heart-wrenching situations where you think it's over, but not quite yet. There's always another act as Aswell looks to close the curtains on a performance. Dare I say? No, I shouldn't say that. It's too Aswell. It's too Aswelly.
Aswellian, maybe? I don't know.
I'm just gonna stop before I go too deep in the rabbit hole, right? And then they don't hire me again. So let's go into game 3. All right, more of the same. Everyone in this top 8 kind of just riding the loyalist lane. They have backups, but everyone's able to just play their mains and feel comfortable in all of the matchups thus far. A great testament to the balance of Soulcalibur as well, where it definitely still feels like you can use your character for the most part. You may need a backup here or there, but you can commit somewhere and still enjoy the game at a high level.
Yeah, it's super nice. And I mean, yeah, Muscle Buster was gonna come out here pretty soon. He's so far behind right now. It's gonna need to make something happen. He did exactly that with the Muscle Buster. He's got weapons on deck now, back into axe mode. Yeah, so of course you were gonna see that move right there, but I wasn't ready to see the ring out. That's what I was not ready for.
Oh, you better wake up, baby. This is what France does. They do it, and they do it well. This is as quick as they can get to an edge. They're gonna use their best move for ring out potential, and in the case of Keeve, he'll use like 20 of them. No surprise there.
I mean, yo, using everything to great effectiveness right now, but Hanya stepping the axe, able to get the lethal hit, not huge damage off it right there. Muscle Buster on the reset. Just a little bit of health left.
It's a round closer, baby. It gets no better. Any singular hit's gonna get the job done. Yeah, you can go like, that's where you go to like the 80th move on the move list. You know, these characters have like 200 moves. The ones that you never need to really check out. You just do one of them because you can. Singular hit, you'll be fine, I promise. It'll always hit.
Yeah, I am so glad that my perfect prediction streak ended like 2 months ago, because right now I would be sweating.
That's okay. I'm doing pretty good at this tournament myself, but no, I definitely got smoked picking Rufus. Either way, nice follow-up. All right, corner potential. Oh, okay, to the win. Oh, this is gonna be death. Yes.
Okay, right, they're fighting back. Hanya, I mean, Hanya was able to make that fight back last game, right? But
Yeah, exactly.
Ganondorf was like, okay, whatever, you know, it's not a big deal. You know, sometimes these things happen, and sometimes you sidestep into the lethal hit for good damage, the meter gain, and the bad situation right here for Hanya.
Yeah, just gonna hand you the sword, insert that right into your midsection, and but this is exactly what Hanya does. I'd be surprised if there wasn't a comeback in this round, and it took us to round 5, but I don't think Ganondorf wants. Oh, drops the combo. Wait a minute. High drama. Ganondorf trying to find a way to lose. This time the Muscle Buster gets blocked, but no punish.
There was 3 moves that were at least -20 from Ganondorf that went completely unpunished.
Yeah, so what do you think happened there? Do you think that was a mental block? Everyone and their mom, everyone who owns a PlayStation, right? All 180 million trillion bagillion people knew that the Muscle Buster was coming right there. Everybody. So did Hanya. Got the block and no punish. Why do you think that happens?
Probably press the button too early, you know, just like maybe, you know, and because you press the button too early, you're still in block stun, so the button doesn't end up actually coming out, right? Like your opponent still has to go through that animation and maybe just not gonna make it happen. I at least that's what I can think that went through the head of Hanya, because I assume when you knew the Muscle Buster's coming, you know you have to be able to punish it, right? Unless maybe you actually aren't aware that it is punishable. You check the highlight reel of Muscle Busters throughout the tournament.
Oh, no. Yeah, everyone knows it's punishable for sure. That was a beautiful sequence right there. I don't know what that was. Ganondorf falling just shy, but the mix-ups. There was excellent soul charge use from both players, and you love to see that, the resources, but Ganondorf's defense a bit too strong, and Hanya just refusing to watch their toes there at the end, and they are who we thought they were, right? A player will always show you what they're willing to take and what they're willing not. And if you can win 6 rounds by closing it out with a health-depleting Muscle Buster, there is no reason to not continue going to that. We saw it get blocked there once and to no avail. So Ganondorf, very, very, very smart. No need to add layers where they are necessary, and that's going to grant him a berth into the loser's final where he meets Rufus.
So I just noticed what Hanya did after blocking that Muscle Buster, and it leads me to believe that a different thing was going through Hanya's mind. Hanya went directly to a break attack afterwards. So was expecting Ganondorf to want to save himself after the Muscle Buster got blocked by using a Guard Impact and then break attack to be able to even up that life deficit, because he was so far behind. It was one of the few things that Hanya could have done to have been able to make a comeback. If Hanya got an impact counter there, that would have been the only way.
Yeah, so going for the 5-head strategies, respect those. Ganondorf keeping it safe, knowing a little better not to risk anything too much, again, with such a massive life lead. So that's just even more like just credit to both players as they raise the stakes, because anybody can do the combos, anybody can press the buttons, but can you put it all together at the same time while going through the layers? If we look at the poll here, Rufus or Ganondorf, I'm not touching this one, bro. I got my one wrong. I'm gonna stay at like 5-1 and just I'm gonna give you the Tiger Woods fist pump, bro. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm good.
Okay, so the chat is going 64% on Ganondorf, and I mean, if Ganondorf were to take this would probably be the first time that we have not seen Rufus in a grand final since we started broadcasting the Open Series tournaments.
And that would set up for an all-France final as well. The last member of the brigade, Ganondorf, trying to join the Captain Kiev, going against Rufus, man, a man who simply just does not care. Shows up, takes everybody's money, and then he'll see you again in a month. I'm excited, man. I am excited. Ganondorf's playing super smart. Rufus actually a bit more passive than we're used to seeing him. I don't know if Kiev made him, you know, sit down and you know, checked him. I don't know how much of a blow to his confidence that took, but we'll see if the break in between sets was enough to reset his demeanor, or if Ganondorf, riding the losers bracket wave, is able to keep this win streak going and look as strongly as he did against Hanya.
So I would have to check previous brackets, but I do believe this is the first time we're seeing Ganondorf versus Rufus in the Open Series. And if that's the case, this is something that I don't even know how you call it specifically to the detail, because, you know, maybe Rufus hasn't, you know, gotten the chance to be able to figure out the down low. Maybe Ganondorf hasn't gotten the chance to do the same.
Oh,
right?
and he got the side of that dunk with both hands, just catching the outside of the axe. Great sidestep, but it wasn't enough distance for Rufus. Oh, and the roll and the wake up kicks. Oh, right back at you. What's up? You press, I press. And Ganondorf with the chaos slam at the end of it. Not too crazy, you know, pressing buttons after, but I love a good singular move, just the is he dead kick. You just gotta check him to make sure. Some personality from our players.
Oh, big lethal hit wall combo right here into the reset. In fact,
hello,
so, right there.
Talk
Actually used the combo limit to the advantage to make a reset right there for Ganondorf. Ganondorf did not recognize that the combo limit was coming up for the reset, and, you know, just either guessed wrong or didn't know that it was gonna reset.
Oh, okay, nice duck under. You don't care about your arbitration, but reason's gonna make you back up and think about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're in Soul Charges as well, you are one scary being because you have access to all your weapons at their fastest abilities.
Yep.
And one more mix-up might make it happen.
Well, you know a button's coming, right? We all know it's going low, baby. And that wasn't quite the muscle buster because he already spent it, hoping that it would hit the wall and kill in that soul charge activation. But no surprises here. This is Ganondorf, baby. They are who we thought they were. We let them off the hook.
Yeah, and I mean, just putting in absurd pressure on Rufus right now. Rufus still opting not to use the bar, probably going to end up being soon. Ganondorf wanted to go for the whip punish. They both launch each other. Another launch there from Rufus. Oh, GI. Yeah, I mean, Ganondorf had been playing basically with his life as a resource, right? Had just been willing to take a bunch of hits to be able to stop the offense from Rufus, but now he's at a position where he can no longer gamble with his life because he's going to lose the round for it.
Yeah, he gets a full 3 hits off of that counter. You love to see it pop. Doesn't have enough time for the final pop. But, you know, nothing doing 2-2, and this is the Ganondorf special, baby. Last round fights. This is what this man does.
I mean, 2 meters on deck for the both of them. They have pretty much every resource available at this point. It's definitely going to turn into an anime game here in a second. At the wall!
I mean, he warned you. Be careful every single time.
Okay. Almighty Beyblade's going to give him the plus frames to be able to move forward right there. And because he's in Almighty, he has faster sword attacks, which means he can match Taki's normally faster attacks. Just go kicks.
Little break dance. Little break dance boogie right there. Oh, gets spiked under. Wait a minute. This one isn't over just yet. Interrupts, calls out the cancel into the stance. And oh, okay. Ganondorf striking first blood. Wait a minute. It has to be the momentum. Has to be the momentum and the power of the chat who backs Ganondorf and believes he can make this happen.
Hey, look, Ganondorf has been one of the stronger French players. Made, like, I think it was top 16 at Evo Japan. We talked earlier about how Kiev won that tournament. Well, actually, the top 16 that Ganondorf made was a different Evo Japan. But nonetheless, still an incredibly hard bracket to make top 16 at. One of the stronger French players for sure. We just, you know, haven't gotten to see the strongest run through the Open Series just yet, and it's finally time.
Oh boy. 2 games ago, the final boss awaiting in Grand Finals on the winner's side. Certainly played like one. Yeah, you know what? No, since Rufus has been the final boss, I'm gonna give him this credit. He's that. And Kiev is like the optional boss right now. You know, you don't have to fight it, but it's stronger than the main line story. That's exactly what's happening. So right back at you. Rufus not laying down yet. Triple kicks to the wall. Double splat. Stand up again. Half your life gone. Just like that. Roll with you.
Wall splat's definitely gonna be real worrisome right here for Ganondorf, as he normally likes to play with his life. Nice block on the low.
Wait a minute.
That's gonna allow for the Buster Buster. That's gonna change up the life totals back. Oh, got the no tech. into another muscle buster.
If you don't know, now you know. Or maybe you don't. But low health situation plus back to the wall, that was a negative chance that Ganondorf would do literally any other move. And again, the muscle buster, so much mileage. Oh my god, I'm having Sandman nightmares from 2 years ago.
Yo, shout out to Sandman. Haven't seen
For
you in a
sure,
long time.
for
Miss
sure.
you.
All right.
Oh yeah, tried to go for the spear low. It's a little bit different flavor than the axe, but it was faster because he had that on deck and ready to go. He's got swords right now.
All right, jumping low, catches him out of there, launch, backside towards the corner, and you know what was gonna happen. If you rotate in front, you're gonna catch a muscle buster. Oh,
he's got every weapon available to him right now, yeah, so you have to be absolutely careful about exactly what you pick, because right now, Ganondorf is sitting on match point. Oh, Unblockable's gonna come out.
That's so funny. Aswell screaming, balance!
Balance.
All right, there's a little shoulder check. All right, Aswell, you know, paying attention to the NFL this weekend. I got you. You probably created American football too. I got a little breakdance boogie. Nothing doing. Scoop! Oh!
Austin grab right there, yeah, was more than likely teching the other throw like we talked about in the previous time we saw Rufus go for those possession throws. And, you know, that just ended up taking the cake. Rufus staying alive, gotten a lot of bar, too, to work with. So, I mean, it's interesting, too, because this is the least amount of bar I've seen Rufus use for situations that he's been at a deficit. Normally, he's willing to use the soul charges if he's at a deficit, but hasn't been the case here. However, getting the relaunch right there on the roll.
Yeah, Rufus sliding in a bunch of slick resets that Ganondorf not ready to catch them all. However, we're gonna Beyblade in, gonna be ready for whatever I have to throw at you now. So much guard damage. Oh my goodness, yeah, Rufus in big trouble here. Swinging to stay alive and working, connecting on a lot of these offensive maneuvers. Not enough for the kill.
Wanted to try and make something happen. Okay, was able to get past the vertical right there by just rolling, which allowed the whiff from Ganondorf, and that kept it so that he could take the round. We're 2-2 now, and what was looking like game point was now a situation in how can it go.
Yeah, it looked like a muscle buster from 20 yards away. That's not quite going to reach, but it's going to roll back towards the wall because we know what he's trying to set up. But Rufus, this would be a very important game if Ganondorf could secure this. Being up 2-0 against the defending champion and losers? Hello?
Oh, yeah, tried to get the wall splat right there. No dice. He's actually going to get the side throw. Oh, there it is, jumping mid, and Rufus coming back all 3 rounds straight.
Alright, so if I'm Ganondorf, right, I'm going to take pen or something. I'm going to write on my hand, right? The phrase, close it out. Another round 5 for Ganondorf every single time out. It's just drama, 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 drama. And you can't predict that. You can't constantly practice those high moments, you know, those clutch situations. You're not going to win them all. And Rufus able to show why he's the champion and be overtly successful in the majority of those moments. I don't think this is somebody you want to keep going down to the wire with. You saw what Keeve did, right? Oh, I'm up 2-0? All right, bet. I'm not going to take any risks here. I'm just going to, you know, keep playing solid and clear that out. As you see, Rufus taking a risk early with the dive in now that things are deadlocked at 1 game apiece. It's just something that Ganondorf has to add to his gameplay. Is a solid way to close rounds out, especially when he has the life.
Oh man, well, that life deficit, okay, never mind. The lethal hit didn't go into what Ganondorf had hoped, and yeah, because of that, Rufus was able to just take it over him. Okay. Yeah, just trying to catch the steps right there, but no dice. Oh yeah, interrupts right there. Okay, just plus frames. Yeah, anytime you see Taki,
Oh
you're gonna
my
see that move
goodness.
as many times as possible.
Yeah, 3 in a row from Rufus. Punish on the muscle buster. The health is just, oh my god, the guard health, excuse me, look at that. Red just flashing as well, screaming for help.
Oh, he might just receive it. He is able to get into Axe right there. Yeah, just trying to keep that going. Okay, switching back over to Sword. He still does not have the guard gauge to work with right now.
Yeah.
And he's trying to interrupt as much as possible so he doesn't get guard broken. Soul charges out.
Wow. You know what? I just want to thank Ganondorf. That was such a beautiful defensive display. That entire sequence able to survive not only the guard gauge, but all the flurry of attacks coming in from Rufus as he gets his throat sliced. But man, I see that red flashing, I immediately go into panic mode. And Ganondorf was able to just stay composed and not fold or falter any way imaginable.
Oh, got the whip punish, such a rare lethal hit condition right there, and actually made it happen. Rufus sitting pretty for this round, but he has got to make, you know, he's got to make sure that there's no comeback possible, and that was the way to do it. Stepping the A+B right there, catching him. Possible game point here.
Yeah, super ultimate commentator script in that segment. I was just trying to congratulate the defense in the last round, and the dude was like, all right, I got you. He doesn't falter it literally any way imaginable. Here's something you don't see often. I got you.
Hey, you talk about it in a lot of different open series, you know, speaking it into existence. That's exactly what that was. And great punish on the wake-up kicks. Unfortunately, it was slightly off axis, so he could not get a full combo. But I think he'll take at least just a little bit of damage.
That's what I believe in, sir. You got to. All right, Ganondorf, muscle buster. Didn't go for it twice. Oh, got caught trying to press there. Wasn't your turn. Rolls out. Tried to press a button on wake up again, and Rufus just denying every closeout opportunity. And the dunk with the projectile checked him on the dash in. This is not free entry, sir. You are going to have to pay at the door. This time with your life. 2 rounds apiece. Another round 5. Every single game has gone to round 5 here for Ganondorf and Rufus.
Oh, this is such a beautiful match. Just the perfect thing we need for a lower final.
Yeah, absolutely.
Soul charge out. Rufus still not using any of his bar at this point right now. Beyblade's going to force a lot of guard damage on him. And there's a hit. It's wall.
Oh my god. Yo, the damage right now. Ebonic, please. Stop. Make it stop.
Well, I mean, Rufus trying to make it stop right there. Unfortunately, he's got to deal with the mix-up. It's the spear low, and Ganondorf is now up 2-1 with a cackle.
Yo, you know he's going for the legs, all right? These two are just beating and battering each other back and forth. I'll be surprised if there is anything left in the tank, because I think Keeve is just gonna come in with the Swift 3-0, because whatever is left of these two after this superhero fight, essentially so evenly matched, I don't know if there's gonna be enough left to fiend off the nightmare. It's wow. Just I want to enjoy this as long as it lasts.
Well, the question now is France versus France or France versus Russia. That's what we're looking towards right now, and it's looking like France versus France is a huge possibility with Ganondorf up 2-1, excuse me, and ducking the throw as well at the round start. Finally an interrupt there for Rufus, trying to push forward. All the stops have to be pulled out, and this is the hardest we have seen Rufus fight throughout the entire year of 2020. 2021's a new year. May have some new champions.
All right, you know it's coming, bro. It's a round ender. Oh, called out right on top of things. I don't know if he quite has the space to do so, but I mean, it's Ganondorf, right? He's got a muscle buster, right?
Well, I mean, it depends on what stance that he's in right there. He was evidently in Axe, hitting that wall rising attack. Super strong decision right there from Ganondorf as it works out, taking the first round.
Are we witnessing the evolution of Ganondorf here in the final hours of the Open Series tournament final for December?
I mean, we may very well be seeing evolution on all stages. We saw an evolution from Keeve earlier when he fought Rufus, because that was emphatic. Evolution from Ganondorf right now would only be fitting.
Stay down. Oh, tried it twice. A little too late to the button that time. Tries to escape by throwing out the whole string, but dunks on her instead. Rufus ready for that muscle buster or immediate. Oh my goodness. Yo, this guard gauge.
Yeah, so many verticals came out, but there it is, the break dance there from Ganondorf. Very rarely going to that move. And that's a move you can see from both Taki and Ganondorf, as well.
Okay, I'm right back at it. You know, come on, bro. Do you really think Ganondorf is gonna win a game 3 rounds to 0? No, this man is just high jump, so it's written in the cards that he must lose this round. That's just how it goes. I don't write the rules.
Oh, great punish there on the wake-up kicks. Look at that. Almost a critical edge's worth of damage on the wake-up kiss. Ducks the throw, and that's going to be your set ender. Reading the throw on Rufus, and this is the lowest placing we have had for Rufus in the Open Series history.
Well, I don't write the rules, but I didn't know that meant Ganondorf did. I got you, bro. I will understand. Let me put a little bit more respect to your name. Able to close it out. Maybe he took the advice from the last round and wrote that phrase on his head and close it out, or however you say that in French. I don't even want to attempt to. But that sets up a France final. It's going to be Key versus Ganondorf. But before we do it, let's take a look at this replay to give you a bit of these highlights of what got Ganondorf into the door.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's the muscle busters. We know that left, right, center. That's for sure, right? The thing I have to commend Ganondorf is Ganondorf, regardless of what health total he was at, was never afraid to press the issue. Always behind in health, and decided, yeah, I'm pressing buttons here, right? That would interrupt anything that Ganondorf ended up going to, or it would just put him back in a situation where he can set up the mix-up. It was such good decision making for so many different rounds to be able to never be afraid, to be able to press buttons when your opponent would normally be at advantage and things like that. And normally you're like, oh, bro, you got to stop mashing. You're getting blown up. Almost every time Ganondorf pressed those buttons, it was the right time.
I mean, naked as well, kid. That's just the ultimate supreme. Once you lethal hit him down to nothing, he just unlocks the true vital power here and change the rules of the game for sure. So good stuff to Rufus. It's going to be going home with $200 still in his pocket. Again, can't argue with no charge. Definitely earned that. And Hanya as well, rounding out the fourth. I think they may play the third place game off. No, that's definitive. What I'm talking about. Fighting games. Beautiful. And yeah, that sets up our Ganondorf. I've been too caught up in my Fall Guys action, you know, so double elimination bracket, I got to get back to it. Anyway, yeah, I just, there you have it. I'm not surprised, but I'm also surprised, right? We only got 3 2s at the beginning of the set, of the event, excuse me, and then it just got ugly. People just want to, there's 3-0s and 3-1s everywhere. The losers bracket was, the lower bracket, excuse me, was nothing doing, man. It just got out of hand quick. GG, shake my hand. I'll see you next month.
Hey, so I gotta mention one thing about this grand final. Ganondorf lost first round.
Yes.
Had to come all the way here. And you can see that because his win total doubled because of how many games he had to play. He had to play so many games that his win total doubled.
I mean, you'd love to see it. Again, there's something about when you fall in the losers bracket or lower bracket. I can't. It's just ingrained in me, right? When you fall down the lower bracket, once you get to that 5th place game, if you win that, you just never stop playing, right? You just keep going. So if you're winning and you're feeling well, and everything is warmed up, your mix-ups are just flowing, your confidence is there, it's like, okay, you can do this. Once you get to grand finals, not only do you have to beat Keith, you got to beat him twice. So that wall is a bit higher than the previous ones in this position. Now, it may look the same, right? You're just beating the person in front of you, but when you have to play somebody twice, it's not like carrying that momentum because the guy on the upper side has an entire set to play with. That is all the time in the world for data. Sometimes people, try other characters, all of these things, while you are essentially, well, not essentially, you're fighting for your life the whole time. So yeah, I like to see the approach from Kiev. Is it going to be, pedal to the metal, I'm ready to go, let me get out of here back on top and complete the perfect month of December as he won all 4 weeklies and then the final. That would be great. Or, you know, okay, yeah, it's business as usual. Nightmare, let's go. Start the match with run up AGA, bless up. Like, it's time.
The chat does believe in the perfect month of December because they voted 88% for Key.
88? Come on, bro. Y'all just dropped Ganondorf like that? That's crazy. I can't. I get it, though. I understand because I, too, am picking Key. But, man. He just had 69, was 70% support or something over Rufus, who's the defending champion, and then y'all dropped it all the way down to like 12. I can't.
Hey, well, we'll see if those 12%ers are rewarded right here. Game number 1, and already Ganondorf is up more than half life.
Yeah. I mean,
he knew.
Yeah, he knows. That's exactly where I was going with that. He knows.
Too many matches have gone by where Ganondorf has just gotten away with muscle bustering with his back to the wall and just getting half life damage off of it. Not this time. However, life totals are still even enough right now that anything can happen. It's the jumping axe low there for Ganondorf to ensure the victory.
Yeah, Ganondorf is just a fan of the legs in close-out situations. The majority of the time, I mean, a solid 80%. I don't even think that number is an exaggeration. He taps the toe.
Oh no, gigantic horse coming in.
Yeah, Keith's had enough.
Yeah, one of the nice things is that critical edge does have a guard impact tied to it, and if it gets charged, it becomes unblockable.
Okay, look at all of this respect. Hello? Do you see that? Like 3 seconds of like nothing? Are you Steph? Oh, I'm gonna stand here. Are you not gonna press? Well, I'm not gonna press either. Okay,
I think that's the most I've seen either of these 2 players block. Normally, they are all in on the gas.
Play fade with the extension. Extension hit combo there, and wow, all of these singular hits. Bang, 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 bang. Nice duck. Wow, okay, Ganondorf is just, everything is working.
Yeah, just trying to push away from the wall right there, and there it is. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That was the fully charged one.
Yeah, and this was guts as well. Let's take a little bit more damage on there. Oh my god, come on, bro. That is not fair at all, but the muscle buster, you want to talk round enders, gonna need a little bit more.
Oh yeah, trying to keep him safe by using the terror charge, catching him out of midair right there. The flapjack is gonna get tagged, and there it is, the long arm of the law, as well 6B.
Just gonna check him face to face. You know, I heard you had some respect for me last time when we kind of looked at you. Yeah, not so much, buddy. You have no health. I don't want to give up this round. And would you believe it? Ganondorf looking to, dare I say, close it out.
I mean, if taking the first game against Kiev would be incredible, but he's gonna have to deal with this wall damage.
Yeah, psych.
Oh, there's the low. Another one, but nice block, and there's the punish.
Okay, don't touch me. Unhand me.
There's a lot of bar 2 here for Kiev. You gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, he has Ganondorf shook in this situation. Ganondorf is refusing to attack up until that point. It's just been... Yeah, let me just use meter at this point. Wow, not the best use. But he had to stop the clock to keep the ground going. But yeah, there's just nothing doing there. And Key was 100% ready to take the timeout in that situation. However, Naked as well on deck. This is now the unlocked power. This does so much. Why does that hurt so much?
Yeah, that's just Nightmare, man. Synonymous with damage, just like you mentioned at the very beginning. This character exudes it, personifies it, and then dishes it out.
Yeah, right on
be
top.
Able to get the knockdown here, though.
Yo, so much respect. Yo, Keith has changed the way Ganondorf has approached his fights here just in game 1. But if you take a look again, another round 5, excuse me, for Ganondorf. This is exactly what this man does. High pressure situations, and he is ready, not folding. Unfortunately, though, can't take another hit, and that's...
I'm sorry. I was not ready for the headbutts. That is not a move you see very often with Nightmare. It's not, a very risky move for that character to go to, but it paid off beautifully.
Yeah, it looks like a low. It looks like a stomp, right? And but you're getting the headbutt. You're just getting horned, just like right here as the smaller ends of your health bar seem to dissipate right before your eyes. Ganondorf actually very much in there every round.
Oh yeah.
Of that first game, but Kiev is a closer. These stories, you've seen it in the different sets leading up to this clash. Ganondorf, round 5, dramatic, game player, can go either way in the final rounds. Kiev, a closer. Period. There is no back and forth. So let's see if that's going to be the tale to tell here, as Kiev goes up 1-0 on the winner's side of Grand Final.
I'm just gonna give a nice little stat here that we just got, fed to us. There was apparently 161 unique players over the course of December for Soulcalibur.
Beautiful.
That's why.
You love to see it. Oh, come here, talk to me. Oh no, okay, you don't want to talk.
He doesn't want to talk.
Do you think Aswell would have friends? I don't think so, right? No chance.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah. Nightmare has a better chance of making friends for sure.
Well,
anyway.
Nightmare has an actual posse. He's got Astroth, he's got Ivy, at least in this at the beginning of the timeline. But look at the damage at round start.
I was gonna say he also has half health combos, the cool things that the kids like.
A great interrupt right there from Ganondorf. He's gonna need all the interrupts and all the step catching he can get. If this rings out, oh my goodness, that's exactly what he needed.
And you love to see it too, because it was very precise. That was on the tail end of available ring out space. As you see the claw just kind of sticking into that range, and when the camera was set up, you couldn't really see exactly where it was. So very, very fortunate spacing for Ganondorf, and sticking to the right moves for the situation. You love to see it. Muscle bust. The levels, yo, Ganondorf. He let the soul charge pop and then run up throw immediately past the invincibility barrier. That was a 3-round straight for Ganondorf. Hello? Has the shoe gone on the other foot? Kiev didn't win the 3-0 rounds. Ganondorf did. And Ganondorf didn't win the 3-2 round. Kiev did. I don't know what type of France magic they got going on here, but if it gives us more caliber, then I am all for it.
Definitely starting to look like there's a good chance of more caliber right now. Ganondorf, I just legitimately can't believe some of the plays that get made by Ganondorf at times. Like, he'll be down this entire life deficit, and then he'll be like, what's the one way that I can win this entire game? And somehow he properly sets it up.
Yeah, that's the crazy part, right? It's not just pulling out of nowhere. He sets it up.
Unfortunately not able to get around their revenge attack, thanks to the fact that is not only a special mid, but below 26 points of damage.
Oh my god, I thought he was gonna bounce off the stage and get a ring out again.
Hey, that throw does ring out. Oh, yes. But you know what else rings out?
I got you. All of these movesets, when you get the lethal hit on the corner, it's a free ring out for just about any character in the game at that point. All you have to do is choose your combo. Whether you want to do it quick and easy, or you want to take the more stylistic, flashy route. It's going to end in a splash of water. And wow, I finished the thought, and there goes half of Ganondorf's health.
Hey, that's Nightmare. Gets a terror charge, uses terror charge, and then apparently the opponent died. Oh, because the opponent's dead here, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, oh no,
no,
yeah,
just
absolutely.
barely.
That's the same thing as dead in this movie. Unless,
yeah, I mean, with that kind of life deficit. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was gonna say he got access to the lethal hit on that axe low, so I was wondering if he could make the comeback. explosion off the revenge right there. Oh, wow, it ducks under.
Yeah, very, very. I don't know if that was intentional, but I mean, again, we take those. Follow up on the solo attack to stay on the offensive. Terror charge active. I mean, one touch in this situation. Yep. I mean, the amount of chip damage is also. Wait a minute. Not quite the wall, but it's going to put Keeve in a corner situation with no escape. And Ganondorf backs off.
Yeah, Ganondorf was weaponless after the weapon arts, so that he was too afraid to fight back. And because he had slower frame data.
Okay, this time with the axe in hand, no big deal. Nice trade, able to stay in front, recovers in time to block the burst. Ah! Gonna get the wall? Not quite, doesn't need it.
Oh, wow, great interrupt though there from Keeve. Unfortunately, he's not gonna get the full confirm. Oh my goodness.
No, and he didn't get the full animation, so he has to deal with another mix-up. Pops the soul charge. He needs this round and needs it now. Okay, just gonna toss the axe in the front door. You know, pay attention, baby. 2 rounds apiece. Another round 5.
Immediate run up soul charge right there. It's the lethal hit that's on deck. He's gonna be able to get extra damage off this, plus a weapon change. Ups for spear. Unfortunately, though, Keeve was ready. He might actually get the rig out here. There it is.
Unbelievable sequence. Another dramatic round 5 won by Keeve, the closer. So Ganondorf can't even be comfortable in his own type of environment, right? He opened up with the lethal, everything looked swell. Got touched once and then splash. You just thrown him up through, you know, it's cute. You're having fun. Oh, he'll survive. It's just a pool of water, no big deal, splash. And now Keeve's sitting on tournament points. I don't know where Ganondorf goes from here. He's gonna need continuous blowout wins. He needs to win 2 games in a row here and then another 3. Maybe a little too tough. As good as he's playing, he cannot close out the games, and that is the only difference.
It's definitely hard, for sure. Keeve looks like the biggest closer that we have here in the Open Series. And I mean, when you start out matches like this, you get stuck into those Game 5 situations where Keeve seems to be at his strongest. Because, I mean, look, you lose the first round to just gigantic life deficits, and Keeve just goes up, and you're forced to play from the back foot at the get-go. Just dancing around him right there, just kind of forcing Ganondorf to maybe come to him in a way.
Yeah, you can see it there. I mean, Keeve with round 1, it's just, now you just chill out, all right? There's a free punish, drop it, and yeah, like these subtle mistakes, the small things, it's not enough. It's not enough. Lend me your strength, sir, or you're already, like, OD strong. You don't need any more strength.
Ooh, thanks to it being a half wall, that was lucky for Keeve to not be able to get rung out right there. But Ganondorf capitalizing on the fact that it was not going to ring out and sets up for his W.
All right, if Ganondorf wants to push this to a Game 5 in the first set here, he's going to need to win this round and the next one. I don't like it if they go to a, oh, okay, yeah, first you don't succeed, try again. I don't want to see a round 5 situation. Keeve has just been closing out every single thing. And Ganondorf, wow, he's a fiend for the drama, man. Come on, bro. Like, stop hurting our hearts. I'm trying to breathe out here.
Got the lethal hit, but unfortunately dropped the combo right there, giving you a second to breathe since there's no action on that one. Trying to catch him to press a button, but no dice. He is up against the ledge, and he tried to back off, expecting a possible soul charge.
Oh my god, so much damage. Scoop.
Oh, flapjack.
All right, another Ganondorf game, another round 5. Does Keeve continue tradition? Can he do the closing out that Ganondorf couldn't? Or does he push the envelope and give us even more drama with a Game 5 instead of a round 5?
Great duck right there from Ganondorf. He's gonna get the
my god.
Half wall, so it saves him. Lethal hit right there. Tries to go for as much damage as possible. Off axis.
What is happening? What is this round? What is this round?
Oh man, tried to go for the cheeky mid mix-up right there with the drill. Luckily for Ganondorf, he was able to recognize it. Chuck the axe, but no dice. Gonna go for the 1A low. Beyblade comes out on the mid again. Ganondorf stays alive! We are now 2-2!
You know what, Dramadorf? I am so sick of this, all right, Dramadorf.
Stage of history retold.
Oh my goodness. Yes. More Calvin. Let's go. Now, if this goes to round 5, I am just gonna probably throw like another like $100 in the pot and say here, man, to the winner, because you got it, man. Just do the thing. I'm losing the words as long as this goes on. How can you not love watching Ganondorf, man? He's so entertaining. And just, you never know what you're going to get with him. Back to back, clearly the two best players in the EU Open Series in Kiev and Rufus. And Ganondorf is just out here making it look like, hey, maybe I should be in these finals every month continuing forward. Muscle buster.
All right, that's a good way to start. Normally we see Kiev just in the driver's seat at round start, you know, with over half-life combos and whatnot. But with the Terror Charge, that could happen again. Oh, full charge 1A. Yeah, becomes a break attack. Blocks the low, and that's going to be an interrupt. Easy money.
You know what, bro? I think Ganondorf saw that 12%. He said, okay, I got something for y'all, man. They doubted me. It's a motivation.
Gets more powerful with doubt. I mean, it's very nightmare-esque, right? Oh my goodness! What?
Did that go through him? Yeah, it looked like it. You know what? I don't ask the questions here. I don't write the rules. We've already come to the conclusion that Ganondorf writes the rules.
Kind of hard to beat somebody who can bend reality, huh?
Wait, that whiff too? Okay. Never!
Big throw right there. Oh my god, and perfectly went for the Axel to beat the critical edge. Doesn't die, but that was the exact right option needed.
Oh,
and
that
then
was
catching the whiff punish. Oh,
that was perfect. Got the meter to go. Got him down to a chip damage territory situation. Oh, one touch, excuse me. Wow. Wow. The turnaround from Ganondorf here has just been spectacular. I don't even know if Kiev has looked as dominant. Maybe because his path was shorter, but there's just something about a comeback story from a guy who loses first round and is able to take it to everybody in front of him. On the edge of a reset bracket here in the grand final is Ganondorf in the most impressive performance I've seen since I've started working these events.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is completely different from what we have expected so far through Open Series, just history, right? I mean, Ganondorf, unfortunately, not going to be able to take that round. He was a bit behind, but the level of play from anywhere outside of that has just been crazy. Oh, what a step. No punish, though, and Ganondorf is going to take full advantage of that.
Oh my goodness. How about getting your soul charge just straight up denied, getting nothing out of it here? At least, never mind. That was a lot of damage. Holy.
Okay, back
I don't know
how
many moves I can say that for until it's unsurprising with Nightmare, but it still gets me every time.
Soul charge back from Ganondorf, and yeah, stops him with the Grim Stride. Stops the step as well. Oh my goodness, did you see the damage?
It wasn't over either, bro. That's the crazy part. I don't think that was over. Another round 5 to the surprise of no one by now. Ganondorf going down tooth and nail to the wire. Once again, here's a good tech on the throw. Kiev did step out in front. Nice sidestep. The damage is piling up, Plague. And it looks like the closer is here to do what he does best. Nice back tech, but we've seen Ganondorf get a couple of timely ring outs. And this situation looks no different with the exception of Kiev trying to back away. Reset.
Got a lot of damage to start with, but he's going to need a lot more to deal with right now. Has one more bar, goes under the Grim Stride.
That was crazy. Has another one back to the wall. We know what Ganondorf likes to do here. Doesn't take this throw, but now his back is to the wall. You know what's coming.
Okay, Axe to try and get the wall splat, possibly. Soul Charge comes out from Keeve. He wants to put the offensive pressure back into his favor. The Axe low is going to connect. Wants to catch him, trying to duck the high. No dice. Swords are going to come out. There is not a lot of life left, and the whiff is going to kill Ganondorf, and Keeve is going to finish it off, doing the perfect run for the month of December.
That was beautiful, man. Throughout everything, we saw the axe load come out, and it wasn't close enough to get the full animation. Whether or not that would have killed, that's a different story. But on top of that, knowing he had to deal with Keeve up close, he tried to throw out the AGI shield move, and it just was the wrong read. Called out immediately. Run up, sidestep. Keeve with the championship level bait, and Ganondorf falling just shy. So much drama in this. I mean, if you're someone who looks for final hit, final round, Ganondorf has it plenty, and his competitors met him at that same level. Beautiful stuff.
You guys can see it in the replay here. Ganondorf put up one of the hardest fought matches we've seen in a hot minute. It was ridiculous. Like, you know, was capitalizing off of everything he possibly could, getting as many ring outs as he could, but the same could be said for Keeve, and it was just enough. It was that closing factor that you mentioned before. The closing factor was always in Keeve's favor. If it went down to the wire, you could take a guess that it was going to end up in Keeve's favor.
I'm amazed, man. Just as a fan and a spectator, so many wonderful sets this month, and always a joy to catch the EU crowd just out here fighting for top spot. Even with a lot of the same faces, they bring it, you know, month in and month out. And yeah, man, GG's to all, and once again to Keeve, our champion. Just another day at the office for him.
So Keeve is going to be your monthly final champion for the month of December, and that's going to put him at the perfect month, like we talked about earlier, because won all those weeklies. And just look at the game count for Keeve specifically. Up until Ganondorf was not sweating it. Seiyojun was the hardest fought match for Keeve outside of Ganondorf. Just so incredible. And then again, Ganondorf coming directly from first round losers all the way, almost resetting the bracket, looking like could have taken the whole tournament, honestly.
It's crazy, right? For all of the game five, or excuse me, the round fives he has, 3-1, 3-1, 3-0, 3-1. Maybe I need to put a little bit more respect on Ganondorf for his closing ability. My man definitely didn't look the part, but the numbers don't lie, and that run was nothing short of phenomenal. It's a bit short as well, but it is what it is, man. He just ran out of gas at the end there.
Sometimes you run out of gas, you can't do it. But guys, that is going to be our EU finals for the month of December. So we have not Rufus taking every 2020 event, you know. Well, I mean, he didn't take every 2020 event even with this tournament, but still, it was quite a lot. Now, the action will still continue through the coming months now that we are in 2021, and you can join in with us at compete.playstation.com. You guys can maybe make it onto the broadcast. You can win a little that prize money that we talked about a little bit earlier, you know, or you can just get the experience that you want, because this is all free from the comfort of your own home. You can sign up and you can learn from the best. Yeah. So with that in mind, guys, it is unfortunately the end of the broadcast for the EU side of things. Now, if you want to stick around for a little bit longer, though, we are going to have the North American finals for Soulcalibur 6 coming up after, in just a few hours after, you know, a couple of, just a break. You know, we need time to compose ourselves after that grand finals.
A little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, so thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. Welcome back, by the way, KP. You know,
thank you.
Forgot to say that.
No, it's all good, bro. We're just doing the job, man. Just show up, flash a signal, I'll be here. But no different than the fans. I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to watch. The production, all the players, everything like that. Y'all have a good one. We will see you shortly. All right, for Ebonic Plague, I'm Kitana Prime. Y'all be safe, man, and be easy.
ステーション